one day I won't be here anymore. One day I'm gonna roll the dice one last time, and I'll return to the dust that I came from, back to this awesome Earth as we fly through space. And when that day comes, I hope that the legacy that we left behind is worth recalling. I hope someone out there in the world hits play one more time of that one episode of the final pages where Ham Sandwich missed the acrobatics check and fell into the spider webs. I hope they hear our laughter, and I hope they see how much fun we had. This time we have together to play, to make memories, and to write stories is fleeting, and I know that. And for that, I raise a toast. I choose to be here with you. I choose to spend my precious time with you. So here's to everyone in the community that chooses to be here with us to create a community of love, a community of acceptance, and a community of safety, and a community where you can be proud of being you. I love you. Ready, check, everybody. Are we ready to play this damn game?
Ready.
I know. I now understand what's happening.
Ready.
I was like, what is happening?
Ready?
Here.
I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah, that was something.
I'm glad
Yeah.
everyone's
That
back.
I was like,
That was
wait, are
great.
you dying? What's
That's
happening?
100%. I was like, wow.
I'm not dying.
Prep this a little bit first. Jeez.
Yeah, jeez.
With that,
Gosh.
let's get back into the groove. I remember, I'm an asshole. I'm playing Gaff. I'm playing Naleli. Let's find out what happened previously on.
The final pages. We return to our adventurers facing off against their greatest threat yet, a pretty big hole. Previous crossings of this pit were assisted by a makeshift tree bridge, but a heavily armored Agnes caused the tree to break and fall away. Several near-death experiences later, the party finally triumphs. Cue a montage of ascending from the cave, reuniting with Mercy, and resting. The party is summoned to the jailhouse by a member of the Bear Spire Guard. Instead of the expected grand greeting after the glorious game with the giant, this gruff guard garnered this gathering as a ghastly gang, which the group didn't think was good. Finally, agreeing to follow, our heroes find themselves opposite Naleli and Gaff. But they didn't find a hero's welcome. Citizens of Bear Spire died, and the captain of the guard wants answers. Harsh accusations flew like arrows. Swords made of flame swung, and rebuttals desperately attempted to shield the innocent and the guilty alike. This war of words left several casualties in its wake. Gaff banished from Bear Spire. Robin relieved of his duties as town guard. The ranger, Hamish, forbidden from re-entering the forest. Savvy forced to reveal her magic. Regardless of wounds, Naleli still needs the help of this group. She offers them a job to head to Straightmore and petition the Knights of the Page for help. Will the party be willing to accept this fetch quest after the battle that just ensued? Let us find out together. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had some good weeks. Okay, we're back again. Thanks, Robin and Camille and Savvy for our recap. Let's change the mood here. Let's change this music to something a little bit more appropriate, a little bit more Fight Clubby. So, holy cow, Zosoro, my dude, welcome and thank you. Another 5 gifted subs.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Dang, man. Thank you.
My guy, thank you so much. Hype that. Naleli has offered all of you a job. And Gaff has already walked out, and he's already begun to make his way towards the church. What are you all doing?
So if I remember correctly, it's Robin, Savvy, and Mercy still sitting in Nileli's
Yeah, Robin,
office.
Savvy, and Mercy are in there with Nileli. There's a guard standing outside the door. Let's actually start outside, because I know that a couple of you actually left the room. So, those of you who left, where did you go? And what were you doing?
Well, Ham was headed back to his room at the Special Bear because, first of all, I'm not allowed to go into the forest, so screw this town. You can't tell me a ranger can't go to a forest and not want me to leave. I'm just saying.
So you're going towards the forest?
No, I'm going towards my room. I'm packing up, and then I'll probably go to the forest. But,
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
So you're gonna head towards the forest.
Before I do that, though, I think I want to go to the blacksmith, if that's right.
Okay. You're gonna go over to the blacksmith, and this is the smith that you work for. Do you remember her name?
What if I told you that it's definitely somebody I've met before? Shliva?
Shliva. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's more like Cleva.
Sorry, Cleva.
So Cleva is the half-orc smithy, and as you head over to her place, she's already begun to turn on the bellows and the forges, and you can see her outside, and she's like beginning to do her stretching for the morning. She's already got her leathers on, and yeah, she sees you and she goes, I was wondering when you're going to come back to do some work. Are you fit?
Well, this might come as a bit of a surprise considering I haven't come back at Billy, but no, I'm actually leaving.
Leaving? Where to?
Not sure yet. I just know I can't be staying here. So I came by to grab the last project I was working on. Even pay you for the materials, if it's alright. And to give my goodbyes.
Oh, you're leaving.
Aye.
Are you coming back?
I want to say yes,
But?
but I don't know. I've told you why I've come here. And well, it's about high time for me to be moving on, I think. It appears I've won at my welcome.
So, you got yourself into some trouble, I see. With who? And what'd you do?
Well, Nileli doesn't seem to be liking me much.
Nileli?
Hey,
Of all the
It's
people
legit-
to get upset with. Nileli, what? I don't understand.
and I'll kind of briefly recount the story to her. And then just say, I don't know what it is that I did to make her so mad. But she doesn't want me exploring anymore. She seems upset that I'm around the town. She doesn't like my cat. So,
Okay, now wait a minute here. When you first came to Bearspire, weren't you at odds with your own mom and dad? And you stood up. And they still love you for it. Whatever you got yourself into, I'm sure it's fine. Are you sure it's going to be worth leaving?
I have a little bit of a history of running away from things, you know.
Right, so why is this... What makes this one special? You've earned your place here in Bearspire, and the people love you, and I gotta admit, I've appreciated your help around here. You're kind of a breath of fresh air here, Hem.
I know that. I do. I want to be somebody that can be at home in a place like this, and I am. But I didn't come to Bearspire to be a blacksmith. And
What
it's clear that the path I want to take isn't welcome. Not here.
Okay. I
That
can
said,
see it that
I can come.
what you
can
did
come
for
back.
Bearspire was a good thing. Hell, you saved my ass. I'm part of Bearspire. You saved my shop. I'm grateful for that. If you need me to go talk to someone, I'll do it. You say the words.
Tell you what, if you can change Lily's mind and the mind of some of my friends, I'll gladly stay.
Done. Done.
And I'll reach out and kind of shake her hand. Big old blacksmith, big old blacksmith handshake. But until then, can I take my knife?
Of course. Of course.
I appreciate it. And if I do end up leaving, I promise to send it back when I'm done.
Of course.
Just as a way to say that I'm alright.
She kind of brings it in and she gives it this giant bear hug. And she is freaking strong. Years of smithing. And she'll say, listen to me, boy. I'll go and I'll talk to Nileli. Consider that part done, okay? But
Hey.
from what you're telling me, this isn't goodbye forever. Right?
I should hope not. No. I don't know what the future holds for me. So I can't make that promise, you see.
All right. Okay. So, as you're talking to her, she's going to give you back your knife. What do you do after you get your knife?
Now I'll go to the special bear and start getting my things together. I just don't buy that everything's going to be fine and that she's going to cool things over, so
You're hesitant there.
yeah.
I can see why. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Camille, you stepped out too, and you see that Ham is walking towards the Cleva's shop. What were you doing when you stepped out?
It was mostly just stepping out because it was all becoming a bit much. And I think seeing Ham go in there, Camille would just walk over and just kind of wait outside for him to come back out.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just going to stand outside of the church, or are you waiting for Ham to come out of the shop?
No, I'm just waiting for him to come back out of the shop.
Okay, got it.
I'm going to clarify. I left the cat out of the shop,
Yeah.
just like by the door.
Okay. Okay.
Camille
So
will stand awkwardly next to.
next to the cat.
Yeah.
Trying to look cool next to the motorcycle.
Ah,
Okay.
right. So I'll walk out of the shop. I'll see Cammy, and I take it you had to leave as well.
Yeah, it not really the environment I signed up for.
You mean the political side, or just the fighting? Because I feel like one of those we did sign up for.
Well, I suppose that's fair. I kind of just anticipated. I don't know. When all this kicked off, I very much anticipated the physical fights. I was feeling all right about that, but things were just things got like even more heated after you stepped out, and it they got it handled. They got it covered.
Now, when you say they got it covered, did they? Is Lily all right?
Last I saw,
All right. Are you sure?
You left them alone with Naleli?
Smash cut to Naleli's office. She's spending herself with a chair.
we can go check if you like.
No, I'm
I
sure it's all right.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably fine. So, want to come with me? I'm headed to the Special Bear. Gotta get some things.
Sure enough, yeah. I wanted to talk to you actually a little bit because
Hey,
we can walk and talk. We can walk and talk. Because she said you couldn't go back to the forest, and you know, doesn't take anyone particularly skilled to note that you took issue with that.
well, she has no right to be saying such things. And if she's going to be demonizing me just because I like to go gallivanting in the woods, that's not her prerogative.
Yeah, absolutely, law-abiding citizens should be allowed to gallivant wherever they so choose.
Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what I did wrong in that cave. Who did I lie to? Who did I kill?
Well,
Tell me anything I did wrong down there that could cause or warrant such a reaction.
I'll allow a moment of silence, and then Cam will put his hands on both your shoulders. Cam, you didn't do nothing. You're fine, man. You're fine. Whatever's up, it's nothing with you. It's with her. You did good.
Why would she take away one of the only things that I love doing?
I like to think she's just in a situation that she doesn't understand. And she's lashing out, but she didn't, because she can't. Whatever her reasons, they don't matter. She can't take the forest from you. And kind of gesture towards Syl, and you got the forest right here, don't you? And you got it right here. And he's gonna give you a little poke in the chest. And besides, it's right over there, and I really don't think she could stop us if we wanted to go back into the forest.
Is that so? Think we should?
Well, should and can are two different things, but I'm down for whatever, Ham.
Let me go get my things. But I think we ought to say goodbye, or at least a well-earned trip into those woods.
I think so. Should I go let the others know? Should I go and wait for them, or?
They'll be fine. They know where to find us. There's only one place in this forsaken town that anybody goes. If you're not at the Special Bear, where are you?
We'll go to the Special Bear.
Okay. You go to the Special Bear, and it's still pretty early in the morning. So at the Special Bear, there's not a lot of people that are up, but you'll see that Lidi has already begun to cook breakfast, and will give you both a hearty hello, completely oblivious to what just happened. And then we cut back into the office, where Naleli, after shaking her head, And after the argument that has happened between you, she says, "Listen, I'm only trying to keep you safe, the people in Strathmore safe, and the people of Bearspire safe. It isn't blackmail. I'm not trying to extort anyone. I'm just trying to get the facts straight." Now,
That is the most peculiar answer to "what will you pay us" that I have ever heard.
I was getting there, and now the cards are on the table. With something so significant and extraordinary as what is happening here in Bearspire, I will pay you more than I can afford. Each of you will have all of the materials, equipment, rations, horse, wagon to get to Strathmore safely and comfortably as fast as possible. Each of you will get a commission that I will give you when you leave, and I will make sure that you get when you arrive. If you can get to Whitaker Dupree, who leads the Knights of the Book, the Guard of Strathmore, who is an extension I am of them, I will write letter. That'll give you safe passage there, and I'll give you the rest of your payment. As far as how much that payment is, the most I can do is 50 gold now, each, and the rest on arrival. I implore you, please, do not cause trouble in Strathmore.
Robin is gonna sit forward a little bit in his chair, like he's getting ready to get up, and he's gonna look over to Mercy and then over to Savvy and shrug, basically wordlessly asking, "What do we think?"
I feel like Savvy's position has been abundantly clear here, so I'll let you intuit that from her face however you want.
All right, well, your terms are acceptable. All the gear we need, 50 gold per person. Now, a note for 50 gold per person when we arrive. And, gotta let Hamish back into the forest. That was a dick move.
You have to understand that this is damage control.
Comment did seem targeted.
I can't
You
have.
didn't ban all of us off from the forest. You only banned Hamish. That just seemed targeted to me.
A force they don't own, to be clear.
Yeah, you don't own that whole thing. So it's...
I can't have you going back. It's far too dangerous.
Okay.
That's
To be
where we
clear,
need help.
I will leave and go immediately to this forest right now. You will not stop that. You're not going to stop that from me. You are surely not going to stop that from Hamish. It works a lot better if you just accept that. But if you want to draw that line in the sand, you will be disappointed. So how bad do you want our help? Do you care about a dwarf in the forest?
I mean, I could have said double your price, but I said instead an apology by way of saying, "Hamish, my bad, you can go into those woods over there." So, I mean, I guess let's put it this way. Those are your options. You can either double your price, or you can let Hamish in the woods.
I need the first roll of the night. Who's doing it? Robin or Savvy?
Definitely Robin.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
You're
Whoa.
saying my name.
Robin, if you could
You're all saying my
please
name right.
roll a persuasion check. No advantage, just persuade her. Will you roll again?
Oh.
What?
So it's with advantage because Savvy is helping with her intimidating
Just keep
presence.
rolling until you roll under a 20. Oh,
Oh,
my
look
gosh.
at
that.
Oh my
Look
gosh.
at that! What a great
You know
advantage
You know what?
roll.
Stop wasting them. How'd
that work? How'd that work for you, Monk?
I mean, it was more than mine. I would say it's way bigger.
Ayo.
Phrasing?
Okay.
Phrasing.
You're on your own. I am going to set up guard that no one else is going into those woods except for your party. What happens in there, that's on you. If anyone tries to come after you, if you come back with broken legs because you tried to run across the slack line, that's on you. But no one's going in, and whatever's in there, whatever you stir, that's also on you. Are we savvy?
I
No,
am.
I'm Robin.
Are we clear?
Oh, yeah, we're clear.
Good.
It was a very similar speech that we gave before all of this happened.
Right.
Chris is right.
Let Gaff do his funeral rites. Do not interrupt him. No more he said, you said. Let him finish what he has started here. With respect, I implore you. Let the families grieve, and let Bearspire heal.
Right. No more, he said, we said about Gaff. How about he said, she said about you? Just a second. Now that we have an agreement. Noelle, this entire time, it very much sounded like you were pushing for blame. Kept talking about the bridge. I think maybe 4 times you mentioned it. Said, why didn't you tell me when we were on the bridge? Robin, we talked. We were on the bridge. Let me tell you what I remember from that conversation on the bridge. Robin, I'm a big deal. Or at least I used to be. Robin, I don't think it's any mystery that I'm taking it easy. Robin, wink, wink, you tell me if things were dangerous. What you didn't say, but sounded really loud was, Robin, I don't want to have to deal with this. And I think that you're reckoning with that speech right now, and you're looking for somebody to blame. And I think the reason we're so mad is because I think we found it. You just haven't caught up.
Are you saying this is my fault? Is
No,
that
I
that
didn't-
what you just roundabout said? That this is my fault? That this
I
happened?
didn't say that. No.
Is that what you're implying, Robin?
I'm saying that there's a lot of blame to be shared. I think Gaff has the majority of it, but we already agreed. No more pointing fingers at Gaff.
She's gonna sit down in the chair. She had been standing with her arms on the desk, and she's gonna say, Mercy, Savvy, with all due respect, would you please excuse us?
After I say one thing, I have been to other towns before. Other towns are ruled, I wouldn't say ruled, but governed, controlled, other words like that, by the church, depending on how much money they have and how large it is and how the size of the town. But to put into a better perspective as to how you believe we didn't tell you because Gaff told us not to, is because to some of us in our eyes, he had just as much authority as you did. And I leave the room.
You catch her with her mouth open as you step out. The guard looks at you.
I just go and stand right there. I'm waiting for my friend. They're still talking.
He gives a slow nod.
Pushing herself up. Walks around. And as she's nearing the door, she's going to look towards the sword and shield of Gaff against the wall. You know, if you mean to banish a man, which you shouldn't, but if you do, you should at least give him the tools he needs to survive. I should take him to him.
She gives a slow nod, but doesn't say anything.
She doesn't stop Savvy. Savvy's gonna go pick up the sword and shield of Gaff.
Okay, it's heavy. It's a two-handed sword that he uses with one hand and a shield. It's got 10-foot reach. It is as tall as a pike. And you grab it, you heave it over your shoulder, and you go out. You see the guard kind of stand back as he sees you step out. And then he'll peek his head in, and you'll see Nileli and Robin.
She's still alive. For now.
My lady, you're okay with the weapons leaving? And she'll just say, yes, just close the door. You walk out with that sword and shield that belonged to Gaff. The door closes, and she looks at you, Robin. She says, that conversation was about trust, Robin. It was about how I trust you enough to help keep the peace in Bearspire. My past and why I'm here, that's also something that I trusted you with. What makes me so upset is that you could have easily asked me for help. Chronomancers, welcome, and thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you. Welcome to the shenanigans.
Welcome.
She'll cross her arms. She'll shake her head and she'll look down and she'll say, I see what you're doing here, Robin. I don't understand it, but I see it. And that's why you're relieved of your guard duty of Bearspire. Does that answer your question?
Honestly, that was a little confusing. You see what do you see that I'm doing?
Thank you for the follow, Chrono. You have this silvery barbed tongue. You have this way of speaking right through me, as if you can read my mind and you can see my soul. I don't know how else to say it, Robin. And what really, really upsets me and confuses me is that I see it happening and I can't explain it. You've put fear into my heart. You put fear that whatever I say gets turned against me with 1,000 daggers pointed towards me. That conversation on the bridge, again, it was a conversation of trust. I didn't tell you so that you can hold it over my head of whatever reason I'm here in Bearspire. We all come to Bearspire for our own reasons. I am in charge of Bearspire. And ultimately, when the Knights of the Book ask who's responsible, yes, that falls on me. So again, I don't know why you're doing whatever you're doing or why you're saying whatever you're saying, but is there anything else that you and I need to talk about before you leave?
No, I don't think so. I just thought that came in a little hot during that conversation, and thought I would put things in perspective. But by way of trust, Nileli, when I meet somebody, I instantly trust them. Just north of neutral. I have no reason to doubt them, but Nileli, what, 3 months max have I been in the city? What's my middle name? What's my favorite color? What do I like on my birthday? Cake or pie? You don't know me, and I equally don't know you, so I trust you as long as I got a paycheck for doing a job. Nothing more, so I thought you were nice, and then this conversation you weren't, so I thought I'd show that to you, so that's why I said what I said.
I don't know how. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I was investigating the death of civilians of Bearspire. I investigated the best way I knew how. I asked Gaff, and I heard Gaff's story, and I heard it from each of you. You're clear. You're free.
Alright, well, it was nice doing business with you. Before I go, we plan to head out real soon, so I'm gonna need that note from you. Cause Nileli, honestly, I don't plan on coming back and chatting with you before I leave.
Give me to the end of the day at least. I need to prepare
Okay,
everything.
Well, then I'll come back before the end of the day to chat with you some more. See you later. I'll start to leave.
Okay. You go outside and you're back in Bearspire. You're outdoors. What are you all doing at this point?
Hamish, hey bud, I need to go back to the guardhouse and get the contract thingy from Nileli, and I need some help. We got some gear and stuff. We need to load it up, get ready to go. I was hoping you could come with me and help.
Well, my stuff can wait. Yeah, sure. Come with you.
It's later today. We have till the end of the day to go get it. So you got stuff to do. You go do that. Come find me when you're done.
No, I'm
go.
done. I got time for you. Don't you worry. Let's go.
Okay, and I make certain that if anyone tries to bring up the whole thing about us being able to go in the forest, I kind of cut him off awkwardly. So, did anyone see the game last night? Like that type of stuff.
Okay.
Well,
But yeah.
last night we were in a cave.
Oh yeah, I missed the game too. What a shame. I heard it was a good one. Oh. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to do until the end of the day. So if anyone else wants to do anything, but I want to go back to the guardhouse with Ham.
Okay. You will, as the day progresses, you will see that the people start to come out of their houses. You see that there is an uproar in the town as people start to find out what happened and the deaths of those church members that went with Gaff into the woods. You'll see they start to crowd around the church. You see and hear the sadness that's happening. As you go to are you guys going to the special bear?
No, not immediately. I have a question here. So you had said that this, I believe, was the guardhouse?
That's what I remember.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Savvy is going to go about this direction, just through the fields, back to the Borealis Ranch, because she believes that Gaff is at the Borealis Ranch and needs to gift him his stuff at the Borealis Ranch. She's really just depositing Gaff's stuff where she already keeps her other gear. She just doesn't want to carry it around with her. So that she can give it to Gaff later after the disruption, because she was told not to cause a scene.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to say this without butchering. Goosel's watching. Thanks for the follow. Goosels.
Goose is watching.
Goose is watching.
Oh, that's an I, not an L. Goose is watching. Hi,
this
Goose.
is just, it's honest
Hi,
comic.
Goose.
Goosels.
Yeah. Hey,
Who's
Goosels.
watching?
Goosels. Damn it!
Yeah.
I thought I had that. Shit.
Goose,
no.
Goose, I hope you stay and I hope you keep watching, but you're forever Goosel. Goosels.
You are forever Goosel. Okay, so, just to be clear, Savvy, are you hiding it where you stash your gear, or are you giving it to him? Because he's not there. He's at the church working with the people, getting ready for these funeral rites.
To be very abundantly clear, yes, no, Savvy does not believe that Gaff is at the Borealis Ranch.
Okay, I don't
Why
think
would
so.
she? No, of course not.
Yeah, he's not there.
No, she's not. Like, she doesn't believe that he's there. What she believes is that this stuff is too heavy to carry around all day with her, and she doesn't want to.
Yeah, your arms are
especially because it'd be
tired.
really awkward when she goes to funeral rites with his old sword and shield.
Okay, and there you have it, and you will see that you have your tree where you normally put your gear, and you put it down. I'm sorry, Mopsy, that was hilarious. Goose was watching.
Goose was watching.
It's so mean to me. Okay. So yeah, you put the gear there, and you have a magical sword and a shield. What are the rest of you all doing?
If Robin absconded with Ham, I think Camille's gonna think like, oh, okay, Forrest later then.
Anyone else can come. Everyone else can come if they want, but he singled out Ham specifically.
No, I would like to go to back to the blacksmith.
Okay, you go to Cleva's blacksmith, and she says, I've seen you walking around ruffling feathers with Hamish. Is there a reason why my favorite dwarf is leaving not just my shop, but the whole town?
All right, now, ma'am, please. I have ruffled no feathers myself personally. I lived on a farm. I know chickens. I know how to ruffle. I have been ruffle free for months now.
You just hear ding, ding, as she's working hard on the weapon that she's forging.
I will not. I choose to not speak for Ham. He is his own man. I don't know the two of yours relationship beyond professional. I think it would be very inappropriate of me.
Listen, I'm sorry. Just, you know, because you've been with him, he's a young dwarf. And young dwarves are the dumbest of all young creatures. And hard-headed, and adorable, and hardworking, and really nice, and...
Now, this would be the time to remind you that even positive stereotypes can be harmful.
Well, that dwarf is the dumb one that I'm going to miss. That's that specific one. And you can't tell if that's sweat or if she's really getting upset, but it sure does sound like it.
I understand. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know how young he is, but he's a treasure, and he is a lot of those things that you just said. I can attest to that. But if you've done a good job making a welcoming environment for him here, and he cares for you as you care for him, I'm sure you'll hear from him again. It's fine. Don't worry about it. People come, people go. The important ones come back.
Okay.
I almost forgot. I came here for an errand.
Right. No. You're the first person I've seen since Ham is leaving. She lets out a heavy sigh. What can I do for you?
There will be a long, uncomfortable silence as Camille genuinely tries to remember why he came in here.
Make a history check, because I don't know why you're here either.
Leon does, but...
And then whatever you roll, tell me, because I still don't know.
Okay. Hello, Internet?
Hello, Leon.
Ooh, that sounded good.
Is that you? Everything has decided to break for a moment. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I have this problem where Roll20 just sometimes stops being.
It's not just you.
Oh, no.
Can somebody roll a d20 -1 and tell me what you get?
Not it. 16.
17.
A 17.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. He came here because he wants to buy the closest approximations to Gaff's equipment that was taken from him.
Wow. Yes.
That's beautiful.
you guys are gonna rob Gaff? He
doesn't
gave it to
know
the
anything.
lily.
We're gonna con him.
I know nothing.
We're gonna
He knows
con
nothing.
him.
Oh man.
They're both thinking in the same charitable spirit, just in their own ways.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine about this. It's fine. Okay. She's gonna very quickly say, "That's oddly specific.
Well,
There's only one sword and shield of that shape and girth
Hang on.
and weight."
Hang
Good
on.
use of the word
No,
girth.
Camille is not going to approach it as, hey, you know that fella Gaff? Can you give me replicas of his equipment? No, he is going to ask to peruse her wares, and he's going to pick out the closest things.
Okay. There's no sword as long as his. He is a Goliath after all, and the man has a long sword.
Phrasing.
And it's magical. And it takes two hands to wield it.
Oh.
Okay. Uh-huh.
No,
It's pulsating with magical power.
I know you're trying to make Gaff cool again. I'm just still not
Damn it.
Look, sword.
Gaff
Honestly,
is
it's a little
cool.
intimidating.
Gaff
I want-
is cool.
I
Gaff
prefer
is cool.
something much more manageable. That is intimidating It's nice he uses a shield. Protection is important. Yep.
Gaff, I'll give you this. Gaff sure does look cool.
Thank you. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you find something, and it's going to cost you 7 gold.
I will give her 10.
Are you going to spray paint it white and silver to match?
You think so little of Camille. Do you think he's smart enough to plan a heist?
You should just go hide it under a tree. It's
Getting all
sturdy and
sorts of
durable and has a
messages
lot of
in your
experience,
ear.
says
I want to
Mopsy.
go hide this on the Borealis Ray. Oh, hey, wait a minute.
Okay. Okay. You have bought a sword and shield. It's a little bit longer. One could call it a long sword. It's not a gaff sword, but it's a long sword.
Okay.
It's average.
Last we were told he is currently conducting burial rites, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, okay. I'll talk to him later.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So you now have more weapons on your person, and subtract 10 gold, add longsword and shield to your inventory, and it's heavy. What are the rest of you all doing? Mercy, what have you been up to?
Mercy's gonna go talk to Gamal real quick.
Okay. Gamal.
Cause she was gonna talk to Camille, but then he disappeared.
He
So-
did. He totally did.
So she's like, oh,
We-
I'll go find him later. So she'll go talk to Gamal first.
Okay, so you go and you talk to Gamal, and he has finished changing the name of his store to the Handy Shop, aka that's what Hikaru now calls it. And he sees you and he says, "Well, good news? Bad news? Any news?"
A little bit of both.
Start with the bad news.
A lot of people died.
Your friends?
No. Some of the churchgoers.
Churchgoers? How in the world would... I could hear the processions from here. I hear the ringing of the anvil, and it's not time for mass.
No, they're doing a service.
How many?
There's some dead. I think there were... I remember 4. I wasn't there when any of them died, so I don't know actually what happened entirely. I helped carry their dead bodies over a chasm. Because someone broke a bridge. Well, it wasn't an actual bridge. We had used a giant log to get over a bridge. Oh, a chasm.
And
Someone broke it.
in all the gear that I leased out to Robin? Is that what this is? Now, I was there the first night that the rumbling began, remember? You woke me up,
Yes.
remember?
Yes.
Are you okay, Mercy?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
The rest of Bear Spire might be in trouble.
Go on.
There was a giant underneath the city. That's what was causing the earthquakes.
You're serious?
Yes. Gath, we asked Gath to help talk to him because none of us speak giant. So he translated for us, but he also wanted to learn more and to help him. I didn't want to help him. The giant actually wanted to die. But
What? What are you saying right now? None of this makes sense. I mean, I believe you. I believe you. I'm sorry. I'm processing out loud. Continue.
no, it's okay. We had asked Gath to translate for the giant. Learned that he was banished or abandoned or trapped or something from the rest of his kind. And he wished to... He was in the process when... That's why the shaking was happening. He was in the process of starting his rites to pass on.
I see.
I wanted to, but he was unable to actually, kill himself. Because that I guess doing that is incorrect. I don't understand that part, but Gath wanted to try to help him get back to his people who didn't want him back. I'm still confused about that part.
Listen, I know Gaff, okay? He is a really cool dude. And he would do anything to help anyone.
And
Even-
his penis is really big.
What?
It's girthy.
He's the longest, girthiest man I know.
What? No. Stop interrupting. I'm talking about how cool he is.
He's trying so hard.
He would do anything to help, even in this case a giant. And
So he asked some of the people in the church to assist him in breaking through the door or rubble that was blocking his way back to his home.
okay.
And people died because there were spider things and mushroom rats and other things.
Right. Okay. So, are you saying that our town is going to sink?
He left, so he's not chiseling any more statues, so no more earthquakes.
Uh-huh.
But there's water, I guess. Again, I'm hearing this for the first time as well, so I'm also processing. Also not allowed to go in the forest because apparently we'll get in trouble for doing so, or we can go in the forest. No one else is allowed to go into the forest.
You sound like Naleli. Why would you not be able to go into the forest if you're...
Naleli told us.
Oh, I was kidding. You know, Naleli is a really cool gal. And would do anything.
I unfortunately do not agree with that one. She was very rude, and her abilities to understand and to comprehend how to phrase things, to talk to people, seems very convoluted. But she's trying, but she should probably maybe read some more books before she tries again.
Am I hearing sass coming from you, young woman?
Yes. I've been hanging out with Robin.
I don't like that one. I trust him.
He's definitely not cool.
I don't like him.
Well, the last part was that Naleli, at the same time of accusing us of murder, was also... Savvy said blackmail, but not actually blackmailing us / hiring us to do a job to go to Strathmore.
Oh. And you're gonna take it?
I think someone's dying.
I think that was a duck.
Oh,
Right.
Don't do it. 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 Don't do it.
This is a test.
Don't
I'm
do
being
it.
tested.
Don't do it.
Oh, give me the strength.
Duck has
I think
tuberculosis.
I think I am gonna go.
Wait. Let's not be.
I'm still deciding. We're not. It's not just. It's not like we're going today. They need to get the supplies and everything.
Those are gonna be my supplies. But wait. Listen.
Well, Noelle will pay you. So, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be on the tab, huh? Okay. Seriously though. You know what's in Strathmore. You know who is in Strathmore. It's a waterway. It connects right to Fabrigia. I thought you were going the opposite direction. Are you ready?
If I do this job, I'll get more money, and then I can go the other direction.
Wait. Are you ready? Are you gonna keep your head down? I mean,
I can keep my head down. I'll dye my hair a different color. Or,
okay.
I mean, or a darker blue, or I have a hood. I can always keep a hood up. And I'm not very tall for my age, so most people mistake me as a child, but sometimes anyway. So I'll just make sure to keep my head down.
Oh. Look, I've said it a million times and I'll say it again. I support you. Wholeheartedly. You know that, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we're doing this. You're doing this.
Yes. It's been 3 months. It should cool down. Them going to Strathmore logically doesn't make sense. If I went out hiding, it would be smarter for me to go farther. Why would I be closer? That wouldn't be very smart of me. So it would actually make sense to be closer instead of farther.
Okay. Be careful. Do you trust those that you're going with?
I do. They're all capable. Some do make foolish decisions, like jumping into a chasm.
Oh? Who would be dumb enough to... Ham-
Savvy.
Oh.
Savvy jumped into a chasm.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, no, I can't see
Apparently
it, but-
Camille did too, but I didn't see that one. I only saw Savvy. Which made no sense because I literally made an entire mechanism to get everyone over safely so that didn't happen.
You know, Camille is a really cool guy. And I'm glad he made it. I really am.
I need to find him. I need to ask for his armor.
Camille's armor?
Yes.
More tinkering.
Yes.
Am I gonna leave the shop the way it is? Or are you gonna clean that up? I mean, all the soot?
No, I'll clean up a little bit
Okay.
before and pack a little bit. I need to grab some supplies and stuff.
Yeah, okay. We'll put it on the tab.
Okay.
He'll bring you in for a hug without asking.
No.
He'll let go.
Thank you.
Please be careful.
Mm-hmm.
He'll turn around, and with a heavy sigh, he'll walk back into the shop. And as soon as he walks in, you see he starts to smile, and he'll be jovial. And you are essentially saying your goodbyes. As you walk back through town, you can see that Bear Spire is kind of gathering at the church. What are the rest of you all doing?
I'm just gonna have Savvy, after she stashes gear, go to the special bear to the church, whatever seems more time appropriate at that point.
Okay. And I heard you're going to the church. Did I hear that right?
Whichever one is more appropriate. I mean, she does intend to head that direction.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mercy head that direction as well to see if she can find the rest of her party.
Okay.
To
Hamish.
clarify,
I'm with Robin.
yeah, to clarify, are we picking up the stuff from Naleli after the church ceremony? Like, end of day or like 5
Yeah.
p.m.?
End of day, because you'll see that Naleli, after you all have left the jailhouse, will also head to the church. And she will basically bury herself in the people. She'll console those, and essentially will answer questions. And there will be kind of a town hall going on throughout the day as the processions begin. You will also learn that the funeral processions will last 3 days as they begin to bury each one of them. There's a specific ritual that they do. You haven't had anyone die in Bear Spire since you've been here, but one of the things that you'll learn is that they wrap the deceased in pink linens, and then they will smear mud over them. They will cut grass, and they will cut mushrooms and fungus and put it on the bodies. And they will put them in a special room in the church where that body will lay to rest. And one by one, with the dead, they will fill this room. And yes, always remember Fantasy Champion. And then after the third day, they will then bury the bodies. And you'll notice that as they bury the bodies, that the fungus will start to take root, the mushrooms will begin to grow on the mud that's on the body, and they will cover in incense. And then they'll take them to the northeast of the map, and at the northeast of the map, you'll see the cemetery. And that is where will be their final resting place. So,
Be clear here. We
all-
know this because we've seen it before? Or
Seen-
because I don't think we're going to be here for 3 days. We're not going to wait 3 days, right?
Correct. You're not going to wait for 3 days, but at the end of the first day is when your horse and cart and everything will be ready. And you'll also know that at some point, Gaff will have a break, will go to his quarters, drink some water, will rest before the next one begins. And this will continue non-stop for the next 3 days. So, what are you guys doing for the day?
I guess my question is like, okay, so if we're arriving there for the beginning of this pomp and circumstance, how is that being received by the public? Because you alluded to this not being super well received. I'm curious on how the beginning of these processions go.
Okay, so not well, Savvy. You are going to hear a lot of questions being thrown, specifically from the people saying, "Are we safe or not? I have children. My whole life is here in Bear Spire. What killed my husband?" Others screaming, "My brother." And you'll hear that Naleli is going to answer the questions as best as she can, but she's very careful with telling the people that for now, our priority is to bury and pay respects to our dead, to give them their funeral rites. That the forest to the north is very dangerous, and that no one should go to the forest because of how dangerous it is. And that she's going to station guards to help protect those who try to venture that way. She's going to tell them that word is going to be sent to Strathmore as soon as possible so that Strathmore can send help. And whatever is causing this it's put to a stop. It's ending. And you see it subdues the people only because the funeral overwhelms them. You will see at some point Gaff is outside, and you'll see that there are a few children that are kind of climbing over his legs, and although he is very sad, he is trying to keep a happy face when the kids are talking to him. And he is wearing very special garb this time for the funeral procession. Robin, are you doing that? Or are you just saying that? Because if you're doing it, say it. Because
Let me ask you this, because the message cantrip, I'll post it so we could read it. But the message cantrip, it says they hear it as a whisper. So it just sounds like somebody whispers over their shoulder. You know how you're in a crowd of angry people and somebody goes, well, I mean, what about the earthquakes? And then somebody else goes, yeah, what about the earthquakes? So I want to use the actor feat. Well, first I want to ask the question. If I use the message cantrip, is that how it will be perceived? Or will they be like, somebody just magically whispered in my ear? So will they perceive it as magic, or will it just seem like a whisper in the crowd?
Rules as written seems pretty clear on this one.
Well, it also depends on how conspicuous you are.
Okay. I will say this, because these people aren't around magic very often, that, yeah, you're in the crowd, you specifically target the crowd, and they will react as a whisper. Now, they don't whisper in their minds, they're going to whisper out loud back to you, and it's probably not even a whisper. And as you do that, you'll see that Agnes is also out and helping with the processions. She is checking on people, she's passing out water, and just genuinely being around the people. She's not in her plate armor anymore. Yeah. So what do you?
So the
whispering?
actor feat is to disguise my voice, so it sounds like different people other than Robin. So it just sounds like some, like townsperson number 3.
Okay.
It whispers like, "Well, those earthquakes seemed pretty bad. Well, my house was damaged. How are we gonna pay for that?" Like those types of things. Just to give Nileli a harder job, but to do it for the background.
Okay. Yeah, no, it makes for a hard job, Robin. Because this is one of those where the police are like, we investigated ourselves and everything is okay. We're like we did nothing wrong kind of thing. Clearly something wrong has happened.
I'm the victim's brother. How come I wasn't questioned?
Yeah. So yeah, you can hear the people kind of starting to get riled up. Agnes and Nileli do their best to kind of quench that or quell that. And the processions continue throughout the day. What are you all doing?
I'm still looking for Camille.
Where is Cammy?
I imagine at some point I started looking for Savvy, so it's just a matter of who found who first.
I was gonna say, I think that after
Everyone, roll a
no
die.
more than 30 minutes, Savvy is bored.
I'm still just walking with Robin.
Yo, we're just doing laps of the town.
Eventually, I'm gonna ask, like, are we?
It's
Are we
like
going back
convention
to
log,
bed?
and everyone's going,
Special
where
day?
are they? We're all in the same spot. Why can't we find
We-
each other?
We
All right.
stop at the jailhouse and we're like, oh, she's not back yet. One more lap, and we just do a lap for the whole town. No.
Send me
I
at
tell
the
him that
wine
I'm like end of day. So at the end of the day, maybe as the sun's setting, we'll
Yeah.
come back here. I misunderstood. I thought it was way later in the day.
No,
But
it's
now I'm
early.
remembering.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm
It's
remembering it was
early.
dawn that we went to their.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not even like
So
9
can-
o'clock now.
So can I go to my room now? Like,
I mean, you guys can go wherever you want. Yeah, your room is good.
Ham, I'll come get you when it's time. Sorry, bud.
at 8.
I imagine at some point you all do convene and get to talk to each other.
Probably around the church, since that seems like we're all kind of.
Yeah, you're all just
pointing
kind
in
of.
that look.
Yeah, you can see Robin talking into his copper ring, just sending out spells, just the message spell over and over. Okay,
There you guys are.
Ham packs up and goes to the church.
Okay.
Okay, what do you all do when you
Camille?
convene?
I need your armor.
Huh?
I need your armor.
I'd be happy to buy you some new armor. Like, I need my armor personally.
No. I
So-
need to fix your armor.
Is it? I mean, there's a few scuffs and scrapes. Is it that bad?
I'd like to make it better.
Oh well, I'm not
Seeing
gonna.
as you seem to be accident prone and almost dying.
That seems loaded and biased. But
You jumped into a chasm willingly, thinking that you were going to not die.
I jumped across a
How could you
chasm
ever
and
think
failed.
that? I don't know
I
why
also
you would
saw
ever
you
believe
do
that.
the same thing, Savvy.
I would just like it spoken for the record how very close I got to the other side of that chasm.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
He was
Like,
very
I-
close.
I can say it was very close. It really was.
Yeah.
So you
Alright,
still
well,
don't
I'm-
want to give me the armor so that
No,
I can make it more durable, so that
I
when
do,
you
I do,
get-
100%. Yeah. You can take it. I mean, I'm not gonna start undressing here in the streets, but
No. I just when we go to
That's fine. Let him
rest for
sit.
the evening. When we go to
Oh,
rest
okay.
for the evening, since you won't need it while resting. If I may borrow it then.
yes, of course, Miss Mercy. I would very much appreciate that. Thank you kindly.
And Hamish,
Mercy.
I need your crossbow.
And to that end, Mercy,
Yes.
have you ever thought about using one of these and she'll take her own shield off of her shoulder and after unloading it, kind of hold it out to Mercy?
I don't think I can carry that.
Are you sure? Because if you've never used one, it's really not that difficult. I could show you.
I have a -1 to strength. I'm not much of for heavy things.
Judge
That
yourself.
and I wouldn't be able to mix things quickly if something happened. I need both hands for that.
I guess I can just keep a better eye on you then. And she's gonna take the shield and just toss it aside.
Your shield?
No, the bullshit one she's been using. Get that out of here.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you showing him the shield? Sorry.
No.
That was gonna be such a cool reveal. Okay, sorry.
No. You should give that shield. No.
Sorry, I take it back.
No,
But
she's gonna
that shield was so cool.
Thank you.
she's gonna take her shield though and just kind of chuck it aside.
Okay.
You're just gonna leave it there.
It breaks a
You
church
can have
window.
You can have it if you want, Ham.
All right.
I was gonna say if you don't take it, I will. So you better step.
Well, no, if you're gonna use it, I don't really use them. So if you're gonna use it,
Oh. Don't worry. I've got another one for either one of you. Just isn't here.
I'm gonna work on my armor as well. Soon. I wanted to get Cam's first.
I was just thinking I could like use some rope or something to strap it to my back. Just give it a little extra protection.
You could tie it to Syl like a little bit of cat armor.
It's Sil, come here.
It's immediately like a cat in a leash. It falls over.
And then just Mercy just starts thinking of the ideas of I could make the cat armor.
I want nothing more.
If you did that, that would be fantastic.
You just kind of see Mercy just take out her notebook and starts like looking at looking and like drawing up schematics for to how to make armor for Syl. I'm gonna work
I
on
can't
it.
tell you how excited I am by that.
Sale's gonna get armor. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool!
By the power of Grayskull.
I know that we told Naleli that we wouldn't go back. But what if we did go back? Because, Mercy,
Yeah.
there's something that I think you could see and could be interesting for you. Thing was like a half man, half spider thing.
I would
Oh
be very
yeah, I
interested
dragged that
in
out for
seeing
you. I
that.
totally forgot.
And
So-
then there was a big old giant who also died. Of what? We don't know. It wasn't the one we let out. It was a different one that was already in a tunnel.
Oh.
So, since we have some time, what if we just made a quick little trip over? Just
Just a jaunt.
because. And then we could be back by the end of the night,
Or we could just leave.
and we could grab our stuff and leave at that point because we can't leave until the end of the day. But I don't know about you. I just can't stand Gaff's voice for another 2 or 3 hours. So
And the Lily is distracted, so it's not like she could stop us.
oh, to be clear, we wouldn't let her anyway. Like, who is she? She doesn't own the forest.
She doesn't.
Of course
Sure.
not. Why would we listen to her?
I did comment that it was very mean that she targeted you, Hamish. That was not nice.
I would love nothing more than to go back into that forest.
I mean, if we want to get technical about it, I mean, Fabricat owns the forest, so like, does she think herself higher than a pillar?
She might. She might.
Let's go.
I put my hand on Ham's shoulder and say, "Let's go, bud." I put my arm around him and let's walk out.
I probably shouldn't be so happy at a funeral, but I am.
Are we still at the funeral? Are we just talking in the back row? Oh no!
No, I think we're outside the church at least.
I turn to
Yeah.
a grieving widow. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Your husband's dead. Sorry.
He's dead. Tyler, Kyler, and Lila are dead.
You stop disrespecting the dead.
Those were the names you gave.
I did not say Tyler, Kyler, and Liler. It's Tyler, Brandon, and Ed.
That's true. That's true.
And
That
chat
is
named
fair.
them. I didn't name them. Chat did.
That is fair. So I
Come on,
apologize to a
Jack.
grieving widow, and then I wait like a half a beat, and I say, "But we are gonna need a scooch past you." You do the awkward scooch like you do in the movie theater.
Nice.
Tripping, like, following her a little bit. Keep going.
You switch halfway through, so because you feel awkward about putting your butt in everyone's face, and then realize this is the worst alternative.
Yes. Love it.
Okay. So off to the north, you guys are headed.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So Gaff is obviously very central to everything that's happening, and he's going to be for a long time.
I mean, you can catch him in lulls, but yes, for the next 3 days, he's probably going to be a little bit busy.
If he's busy, would it be easier to catch Leorin real quick somewhere here before we take off?
That is a good question. Make an investigation check.
I'm very good at
Lauren's
those.
already in the hole. She's already back there.
She's already dead.
Nice. And did you
There we
change your
go.
dice to yellow?
I just changed my player color, but
Nice.
hey, it works.
No, it's nice. Your player color is your dice. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yes. So you find Leorin, and Leorin, the dark-skinned elf with the burning yellow eyes, is actually not out and about in the daytime. But today you see her fully cloaked and like a gargoyle on top of the church, watching everything from above, including you all.
Kind of go.
You're looking up.
I think he just stands there for a second, looking at her like, she's not a rooster.
You're right about that.
Okay.
She's not.
Thanks for the clarification. I was a little confused for a moment.
Yeah.
Miss Leorin? Could I talk to you real quick? But like down here, like I can come up there if that would be easier for you. But me and Heights have an issue lately, so.
Okay. She's gonna disappear, and moments later, a little bit faster than you expected, she peeks her head around the corner on the first level, behind the church, and she'll kind of walk up to you, and she won't say much, if anything, but she will walk up to you and not get in your bubble, like in your space, but her face is close enough to whisper.
You're real fast. Do you think like climbing lessons? Do you think you could? Never mind. So I have these, and he seems really busy, and I know you're close with Gaff, but could you hand these off, and I'll hand her the shield and the sword that I bought. I know tensions, relationships, it's all very complex. I don't really know where like me and my friends stand with him and vice versa, but if he is going to be sent away, I just don't think it should be empty-handed. I think that was frankly really uncool, and I don't know. If he wants them, cool. If not, he can do whatever with them.
You'll see her face is stoic as she looks at you. She'll grab the weapon and the shield. She'll look at all of you, but back to your face, Camille. And she'll give a slow, slight nod, but she will not say anything.
Bet you're real fun at parties, huh?
I'm smiling. She's not smiling. She turns.
Yeah, you have a good one, ma'am. All right, I'm ready.
She starts to walk away. Now, Savvy, I understand that you peel away after the group separates, heading back for the Borealis Ranch. So heading back up north, you're at the ranch. What are you planning there?
She's first gonna seek out Tian.
Mm-hmm.
He's there.
Yeah, Tian is there. Yeah.
And it's gonna be a non. It's not gonna be a super involved farewell. But she is gonna take at least the time to say, Tian, you have been good to me, and for that you have my thanks. I will be leaving. I wish you the best.
Where are you heading off to? You'll see he's currently feeding the horses. And as he's feeding the horses, like he will stop. And he'll look at you. You're kind of on the other side of the fence. As he kind of turns and looks. You know, you kind of just come and go. I've seen you a couple times head back to the ranch, and with everything that's been going on, you know, I do find it a little bit strange that you're leaving now. Do you mind if I ask what happened?
Well, I can say this. If that bitch Naleli ever thinks to come around, you can be sure that she does not have your interest at heart. How's that for clarity?
That is fair enough.
I am not thought to be a welcome, positive, contributing member of Bear Spire. And aside from you, Tian, I don't much care. But you and your son have been good. And you have made my time here enjoyable. For that, you have my thanks. Just know that if Naleli or any of the rest of them choose to make your lives difficult, I will make theirs very difficult. I always liked your horses.
You know, we are part of Bear Spire, and we have been for a long time. I will say that the guard of Strathmore, although they do reach this far, they've helped when we needed it. I have good relations with Naleli. But we know that something's going on right now, and we will keep our heads down. So thank you for your work, and it also... I didn't miss the fact that although you did help us with our butchering and transporting of all the meats to the inns and to the people of Bear Spire, that not once did you ever eat. And for that, I apologize. To put you in a situation where, well, you were a butcher.
I have often been a butcher.
Oh.
It makes little difference to me. I will say this, Ian. I would advise that you keep your eyes upon the tree line. and be wary at night. There is something within the forest that I do not trust. If you can, I might recommend that you move your fences and your herd south. I understand why you might not. And I cannot force you. But I will tell you, what is within the woods is something that I do not wish neither you nor your son to meet. And I hope that if and when I return, that you will be here still.
Yeah, we don't plan on going anywhere, and okay, look, if anyone knows these woods better than me and my son, well, it's not anyone else from Bear Spire. We can take care of ourselves. So,
I know.
So thank you. And am I going to see you again?
I do not know. Maybe. I might find myself back here, and if I do, have my word, I'll return to Butcher once more, if only for a time.
There are other things that you could do here. You don't have to be a butcher.
You say it as though you think I mind. You must understand, Tian, that with death, there is also found opportunity. It begets life. That is the way of things. Though I choose not to partake, does not mean that I am blind to that. I go where I will, and I don't particularly mind. If I am in Bearspire again, and you need hands, mine will be willing.
He'll spank the horse on the butt, and the horse kind of runs off to the other side of the ranch, and he'll walk up to you. He'll take his gloves off, and he'll extend a hand to shake yours.
She'll extend hers and offer a nod.
Till we meet again. Be safe out there, Savvy.
Bet on yourself, Tian. Always.
Joey, thank you for the subscription and for the Prime. Appreciate you, Joey Scollins. Or is it just Joey S. Collins? S is a middle name. It's Joey S.
It's
Collins.
Joey is watching.
Dang it. Joey is watching. Jensen! Oh, Jensen, what's up? Jensen's my buddy from work.
Hi, buddy Jensen.
Dude,
Welcome.
thank you for the
Hi,
Prime,
Jensen
man.
from work.
Hi, Jensen from work.
That's amazing. Well, this is my new work, guys. I quit.
No.
I mean,
Oh,
I
But
don't quit
now
this.
that can get to your actually work.
I quit.
Yeah,
I'm
because
kidding. I'm kidding. This is Junior Monk talking.
Jensen's actually from HR.
Yeah.
Filing paperwork immediately.
He says, "Hello, all ye travelers." Yes, you're already learning the lingo, bro. Good job. Use words like doth and hither.
Zah.
Yeah.
And with that, Savvy will head doth hither, and no,
Ye
she's gonna head,
yonder.
she's gonna head out behind the house where she often engages in her trance, where she's also stashed her gear. She is going to retrieve her pack and 2 shields, but not a sword. because that will be left there for later.
Okay. Got it.
And then she's just going to go to the tree line and wait for the rest of the people to gather. Which it doesn't sound like it's super long, but she's waiting.
Okay. You guys head to the tree line, and you've been here a lot lately, to be honest. And it's cool.
Don't take the woods from me.
It's super cool. You know your way around this place. What's weird about this time is that you can hear the sounds of the anvil as Gaff and Agnes are working on the processions to the south. You can hear the horses neighing and the animals of the ranch, the Borealis Ranch. And the five of you stand there knowing that you're going back into this other world that was buried. What are y'all doing at the tree line?
Savvy immediately offers Camille a shield. And it might look familiar. I don't know how attentive he was being.
Hmm?
That sounds just like him. Just like him.
Is that?
So she hands out a shield, and it's Gaff's shield.
Oh!
And she goes to hand it to Camille and says, "You said you might need a shield, and Hamish took the other one, so you can have this if you want."
Wow. I mean, I more so just didn't want your cool shield from before to go to waste necessarily, but I mean, I'll take it. I'd love the practice.
If you want it, it's yours. I don't need this. And she almost seems to treat it with contempt as she hands it over.
Wow.
I've seen those shields on the road a ton. They mass produce those. You see those all over the place. It's really high quality, but it's nondescript and nothing specific. Giving you an alibi.
Insight. Who are you inciting? Are you inciting Savvy or Robin?
Robin.
Oh, bad choice.
I still
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What?
The thing is, this was more for me just to know if Camille would pick up on any note. He's not trying. Camille trusts Robin entirely.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And especially so now.
Yeah. A natural 20 equals 28. I've never seen a number so high. 28.
It's gonna get bigger.
That's what Gav said. And
That is
Camille
a
rolled
long-
the
I
14.
was going to
pulsating
do an
number.
intelligence check to see if I recognized the shield, because I was there when Savvy took the
You don't
shield.
need an intelligence check. You all know where it's coming from.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you have to know.
Yeah.
She's not being subtle about this. It's not like she's saying this is Gaff's shield. What she's more saying is, this is something I don't care about. Take it if you want it.
Yeah.
He'll take it. Absolutely.
Mercy's
Well-
confused.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at the forest you are. And as you start to walk back in through the forest where you've been here, you see down below that fungus, glowing
Among Us?
other world just waiting for you. You see the dead giant Seymour plant. You see the rope and no trace of Fantasy Champion.
A clarifying question on the plant you just mentioned. Is it just on the ground? Is it covered in other plants and fungi, or?
It has been covered. Yeah, it's covered.
That reminds me, I didn't show you guys. Mercy's going to take out one of the vials from one of her pockets and shows the cobweb from the skull spider from earlier that she
Okay.
had collected.
Okay.
So I learned while everything else was happening, I discovered that the stuff from down there somehow can't exist up here unless it's vacuum sealed tight.
Mm.
So watch what happens. So she's gonna uncork it, and as she pours the web into her hand, you all just watch as it disappear, as if it didn't even exist.
It's
Hey,
true.
DM,
Yeah.
can I have Savvy make a roll of your choosing to determine what she thinks about this?
Yeah, it would be an Arcana check.
Oh, that wasn't meant to be. Can we say it's the 1? Can we please say it's the 1? Because that was first and she doesn't have advantage for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad to say that it's a
It was a
1.
It's a 1.
It's a natural 1 plus 2.
It's a natural 1, but it's a natural 1. Can we say that?
It's a natural 1, and I think Robin made fun of Hamish on like episode 1. There isn't a number that goes lower than that. That is the lowest number you can roll. No, it doesn't make sense. What you're seeing in front of you is, as she exposes it, it doesn't burn to ash. It doesn't darken in color. It literally just starts to unrender itself. It starts to dissolve into nothingness, transparent. It just goes away.
I think that Savvy's the way that she reconciles this is that it's completely uninteresting to her. Holy. And that she instead kind of nods. That is something. Yeah, that's great.
I know. I'm very interested. I think it has something to do with that smoke. You know, the fog. I think that is keeping everything down there from completely. You don't understand a word that I'm saying, do you?
Oh, I think that you think that it's real special. So,
I think that knowing about it might help if we can figure out how to get rid of it so it doesn't create more mushroom.
Mercy, I'm not gonna lie. This is a little beyond my depth. So, I'm gonna leave this to you.
Okay.
And, I'm just gonna be back here. And she takes a couple of steps back.
Okay.
And begins to pull a bundled pouch off of her shoulder.
As we walk, I would like to ask some very specific questions to Mercy to try and get her start talking about it.
Okay.
And I'm going to be genuinely interested in everything. So what do you think that has to do with anything? So we got the mist, we got the spiders. What next? And as we're walking, I'm just going to try and keep her engaged and be like, this is cool, you know?
It is so cool.
Well, I think that the mist is
Oh my god.
What's happening right now?
almost preserving the life down there. I think not only the giant, but all of the
Sammy,
fauna.
just take the 8.
No, it's representative of time. It's representative of time. I have to have a number.
So she casts false life.
No, she doesn't. Again, we recognize this. Again, I'm not trying to interrupt here. That's why I was doing it quietly.
Oh, it wasn't quiet. It was like, work.
Bro, you should turn off
Yeah,
your
we
dice
can-
then,
we
'cause the
should
clattering
probably
of the
turn off.
D4 every time.
I love
That's
it.
16 rolls.
No, I love it. I want to hear. I want our viewers to be so like immersed. It feels like they're
I'm
at
just
our
saying.
table.
There was a long time where she had weird spectral eldritch veins of black shit
Yeah.
beneath her skin
I
pulsing.
remember.
Yeah, that was going on for like a minute and a half.
Okay, so you are all at the hole. What are you doing now?
Mercy's going to check through scan over the fauna before we climb down to make sure that there aren't any more of those man-eating giant plant monsters.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see your
A valid concern.
investigation check.
Let me...
A 17. Okay, no, coast is clear. Nothing down there looks deadly.
We still have a rope here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to climb down.
Yep.
Okay.
I will follow.
Gonna have
Robin
Savvy-
continues to talk to Mercy about her theories as they walk. I won't read the quote because I can't speak in Robin. Do you say that out loud, Robin?
Yeah, just in the background to Mercy. Your maths and your sciences they've saved us a few times already, so these are some really great thoughts. Just kind of like, I want her to feel cool about the discovery she made. So I'm trying so hard to make her feel cool. Both in game and out of game.
She is cool. She is so cool.
He's super.
Do you feel cool?
She does. You should.
Kind of.
Okay, so you're in the cave and you make your way all the way back to where the other dead, or not the other, but the dead giant is. Do you guys make any pit stops on the way?
Just
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
That room right before this,
Yes.
with the bones and the skeleton and
Yes.
the magical metal spherical orb.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Has anything changed there in that room?
No, it is exactly as you left it.
Massey, before we go, I
Mhm.
just want to open this one more time. Can you help?
Oh yeah, I still have the map, the star chart mapped.
Just want to make sure, because I don't think we'll be going back here. So I just want to make sure we have the map, or if something's different, I just want to make sure that we have it.
I believe I still have the map.
You do.
Yeah, we took everything out of that sphere. There's nothing
You
left,
did. Do you want to open it
including
again?
the
I-
strange coins.
You do. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so the same thing happens as before. You touch it, and immediately it shocks you and holds your grip to it. But with the combination as before, you start to lift your hand up and over. You walk sideways, you bring your hand down, and you follow the same pattern to move the constellation. And as you do, the giant silver orb floats back down to the pedestal and opens up, and you see there's a red fabric pillow that held the items that you saw, and it's open.
Unfortunately, can't read the ledger that was here, and it'll take me some time to decipher the map compared to our own map.
Do we have maps of the stars as we move it to its different positions?
No, I mean as in an actual map of the area to see if there are any similarities between the two. Because if calculations are correct, this map is from a time cartographied way before any map that we use today. Which I don't actually have a map, so we need to get a map when we go to Strathmore.
They got a nice little library there. I'm sure they'll have something. All right, well, and I put it back and then continue on.
Okay. So you continue on, and you're back in this room where the giant was, and the dead giant is now here. And Mercy, the first thing that you're going to notice as you go through all this rubble from Zebfer, the original old blind giant, throwing chunks of rock out into this area, is you'll notice that the statue, the sculpture of the woman's face, is crumbled and on the ground face down. You see that the stone that was corked in that hole is now open. You also see that this room is full of water up to 3.5 feet, up to Hamish's waist, if not his chest. You'll also see that the hammer, the chisel that Zephyr was using is gone. He took it with him. And then over in the corner, you are going to see that there is a giant that's dead. It is bloated. It has been dead for a while. And its hand is missing. It's been severed.
Also, wasn't the Spider-Man out in the hall technically?
Yeah.
Because Camille
It was
dragged it out.
over the
He's still
entry
there.
boulder. Yeah.
Oh, you guys moved him out here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Camille did.
Okay.
Like
I
a
didn't want him to get all
forward-thinking
yucky
boss.
and waterlogged.
That's really good. That's really good. So yeah, you'll also see this creature. And the creature itself looks like it's humanoid. It has the body of kind of a spider with a very giant abdomen and a giant round chest, but it's got hips and legs, and it's got 2 clawed arms and 2 clawed feet. And where its mouth and eyes are, you see that there are 8 eyes, 2 very big ones and several small ones. You see that it has 2 pincers. And then it's got these other 2 appendages sticking out of the side of its face that look insect-like. This thing looks like a walking humanoid insect.
Fascinating. I wonder if it was originally humanoid at first, but then evolved from its environment. It's been down here for so long, that would make sense.
Make a nature check. Okay. You know,
proficient in nature.
that's okay. It's enough to tell you that this thing isn't natural. It is not anything that belongs in this world. And if anything, this thing is more of a monstrosity than anything else.
More of a monster than it is a humanoid at this point. And it came out of the hole? Yeah?
That one there, and I point to the big hole behind the massive rock.
You see that the rock is open, the hole is open. You see that's where the water has come from. And you see that it leads down a cave system. And in that cave system, it is knee deep, and then the cave just keeps going down for what looks to be, well, beyond your eyesight, for sure.
So
Mercy will move over to the dead giant while listening to the others explain.
So we pulled this big here rock out of the way, right? And the big guy, the giant, he went down and went that way, over there. And then suddenly this body came out. Yeah.
Mercy, as you're looking at everything that they're pointing out, and you look at the giant's missing hand, looking closer, you see that this hand, it's actually severed all the way up to the forearm. And giants have very giant hands. And then you notice something. What severed this giant's hand was natural. And it was big. You see remnants of several teeth marks. You see puncture wounds. You see serrations. You see that it was a clean chomp. You see the bone itself is not broken, but severed almost surgically. And whatever took this giant's hand has a very big mouth and lots of rows of teeth. Yes, Mopsy, girthy hands.
Another creature took this giant's hand. Can I assess what the cause of death was?
Yeah.
Do a medicine check.
Make a medicine check. That's a good one to call for. Heck yeah.
Nice.
You love to see it.
You're looking at the water. It's ocean water. You're looking at this dead giant that drowned and bled to death, if not both. Maybe he bled to death and then drowned, or maybe he drowned and then bled. And the creature that did this is aquatic in nature. A very large shark did this, Mercy. That's the only explanation you have.
I know this is going to sound crazy, especially to a lot of the people here who have never actually seen the ocean before. I think a shark killed this man. Giant man. Yes.
And with that, we are going to take our first break. Good first half, everybody. Thank you so much for not killing Gaff. Yeah, really good first half. So, for everyone who's tuning in, welcome. We actually have a halftime show. So while the cast and myself take a break, we're going to pass this over to our two hosts of the Fireweed and Tavern Inn show, which is our halftime show, hosted by the famous Soren Angel and her co-host, Almond Hayden. So stick around. Thanks for the follows. We'll give you all some personal shout outs here in a minute. And for the class, come back at 15 till the hour. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Be right back. Oh, someone did turn off their camera. Who did it? Robin did it. Tell Robin to turn his camera back on.
No, I didn't. I just covered it.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Soren. Hello, Hayden. Welcome.
Hello.
All right. Well, take it away. We'll be back in 15.
Alrighty. So, hello everyone. We want to welcome you all back to the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. I'm your host, Soren, and this is my co-host, Hayden. Hayden, say hello.
Hello.
So this is our show within a show, and we appreciate all of you guys joining us.
Do we though? Do we appreciate that? No,
Yes.
I'm kidding. We do. Today we will be answering more puzzling questions with our expert knowledge of D&D. But before we do, we'd like to give out a shout out to some talented artists.
That's right. As you may have already noticed, we have some beautiful artwork hanging in our tavern, courtesy of Puckwudgie and Soft Brambles. You will also notice the legendary memes of the one and only Mr. Mini Mopsy.
All gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. If you're an artist and you create fan art of our characters, we would love to see it. If you visit our gaming-related Discord, you may post your artwork in the community art channel.
Yep. And for those not using Discord, you can share your artwork by tagging us on Twitter and TikTok. For formatting purposes, landscape orientation is preferred, but it is not required. If you do share your fabulous art, it may be featured in a future episode of Gaming Related here in our tavern.
Now, on to those D&D questions.
Alright, we're just gonna jump right in, and we got some really good questions this time, so I'm really excited.
Scared.
And chat,
scared.
feel free to chime in on some of these. First question. Who is worse, Gaff or Nileli? And why? Yeah.
Take it away.
Loaded question, right?
Let's hear it.
Okay. First of all, I think Nileli is worse. Just
Preach.
hands down. Gaff may have led a congregation to their deaths and was terrible at protecting them, and also wasn't transparent with the potential dangers of their mission, but he did take responsibility for his actions, and I don't think he has malicious intent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Nileli, right? The party just went on this dangerous trip with many casualties, stopped the earthquakes, and essentially saved the town, right? And all Nileli could do is just complain and criticize them. You know? And then she has the audacity to ask them for help after tearing them apart like that. You're gonna fire someone and then hire somebody? And then blackmail them? And then expect them to help you? That's ridiculous. I mean, I'm sure people in chat would agree, right?
Doublebreaker says Soren is so based right now, and I agree. Negligence versus hostility, says Mr. Minimopsy.
Absolutely.
Oof.
Chat,
what do you
yeah.
think?
Monk says, how dare you? You know what?
What? What? I don't know
Well-
what.
Well, she, what is she gonna do? Fire somebody for doing what she couldn't do?
Probably gonna kill them. Have
Yeah.
them killed, executed. You never
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. She just... No, Gaff is better. Anyway.
Who knows? I don't know.
You know what? What if? What if?
If I just sent a death sentence to the group, I'm sorry. I didn't think
Wow.
about that till now. I just said it.
Yep.
Oh well.
Yes, she literally did fire Robin. That is so sad. Why?
Junior Monk, thank you for the subscription?
Yeah.
That.
Yep. Struggles. Vice
Yep.
slip. Got it. Oh my gosh. Huge
Okay.
fan.
I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna go on to the next question.
Yes, please
This
do.
one's a good one, and I might need your help for it.
Okay.
What are the alignments of the party members? Okay. I believe they're all good. But starting with Hamish, I feel like he's lawful neutral. Zavi's chaotic neutral. Camille is neutral good. Mercy is lawful good. Right? Yeah? Robin is true good. That's the one that I know the best. Robin is the purest of good.
Makes sense. I mean, I'm not
I have-
a great judge of character, but
I think Monk is chaotic neutral. More like chaotic evil.
oh, chaotic evil. Ooh.
And you, Soren, you're chaotic.
Oh,
Good?
yep.
Maybe.
Good, maybe? Come on.
What do you guys think in chat?
Monk. Okay, a little. Yeah, I think
Doublebreaker says, yeah, I think Savvy is chaotic neutral.
yeah, it makes sense. I think
Yeah.
every DM is a little bit evil.
Neutral good. for Hamish. Yeah, okay. I see it. Hayden, I feel like they're all good. Hayden, 2 seconds later, waffle neutral.
I feel like they're all good.
Waffle.
Oh my god. Calling you out. Okay. Cicero. Monk is for sure straight chaotic.
Great. In this month?
Oh. Oh my
Sorry.
gosh. You're right
Sorry.
to jail.
Sorry, that just slipped.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Got him. Oh man.
What's the next question?
The next question.
Mhm.
So I think this next question we should both have an answer for.
Oh,
Because it feels like a personal question, you know?
okay.
So
Lay it on me.
taking each monster that we have faced in the game so far, like oversized rats, flying mosquito bats, skull spiders, zombie skeletons, and carnivorous plants, and gaff. Which ones do you think that you could fight and win in real life?
Ooh. A good question.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Like, okay, oversized rats, probably not. I don't think I could. But flying mosquito bats, heck yeah. I'd like double wield some modified like high voltage bug zappers and just like
Ooh,
whack
like
them.
a
You know what I
sword?
mean?
Like a sword? Staff?
Kind of. But like, you know those little bug zapper like things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just whack them, Skull spiders, maybe, as long as there weren't like too many of them, And like zombie skeletons, I mean, I feel like if they were slow, then maybe, but if they're fast, definitely not. And carnivorous plants, absolutely not. I would not mess with giant carnivorous plants.
you just gotta feed them a little bit, water them, take care of them.
Right, but then
better.
you're gonna end up like Little Shop of Horrors, We don't want that. Okay, Hayden, we don't want that.
Feed me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could like pause. Okay, so Gaff, right? You could probably win by bullying him, to be honest. But that would be really mean, so.
Double Breaker says, we both could beat up Gaff easily. Mr. Mopsy says, Hayden and Soren versus
Authoritarianism.
Yep, that. Big words today. They're great.
Don't even worry about it. Default, Gaff wouldn't be able to hit either Hayden or Soren. You know what? That's true. He
Ooh,
probably like hit his foot with his own sword or something.
I don't want to be in a sticky situation, but I could handle some spiders. I won't.
Yeah.
But I think I have a fiery attitude enough to burn them to beds. That's what I'll use.
You know what? I love that.
Not a
confidence.
sword, not a weapon, just rude comments. Make them insecure. Make them question everything about themselves.
Like we would do to Gaff.
Emotional abuse. Exactly what we would do to Gaff.
My gosh.
Toxin says I'm a bard. Confirmed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Can I show them
Oh,
what I got? So
what did you get?
we're doing Renaissance Fair. We did
Oh,
Renaissance
yes.
Fair last weekend, and
Hmm.
we're doing it this weekend. I got an ocarina.
Yeah.
I don't know, where can you see it? Yeah, you guys can see it.
I'm so excited to listen to the songs that you learned how to play.
I printed them out and I've been practicing all day.
Amazing.
You're not ready.
I'm not ready.
No. Okay. Ooh, I have a question, and it's
Yes.
another one we should answer together.
Okay.
Which party member do you think you would be friends with in real life?
Ooh. That's a good question.
I am a person who needs balance. I am a bright, shiny personality, but sometimes my brain isn't the brightest, which is why I would absolutely love Mercy as a best friend. The intelligence, The knowledge, it's for the win. Not to mention all her actions are with intent and compassion.
Oh.
Ursi's my fave.
Oh. Yeah, you guys would be besties. Oh. That's so
And I
sweet.
just know if I do something dumb, like I usually do, she'd be there to clean it up.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I feel like I would be friends with Robin. Like, as a cast member at the Renaissance Fair, you know, we're part of an incredible guild that does puppet shows, skits, and magic. And I feel like with Robin's like experience, I think he'd fit right in. Like, we would definitely adopt Robin into our guild. And like, if Carl ever dared to show his face, we would throw him in jail. Like, right through jail, right away, on site. Okay.
I love how every time we mention Carl, we say his name like that.
Yeah.
We just do it. Chat, can we have one moment where we all say just Carl?
Carl.
I can't.
Oh my
You are-
goodness.
I will say, yes, Robin would be an amazing friend, but you're drinking the
Mhm.
Kool-Aid, just like everyone else. Everyone would choose Robin in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh. That's right.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
default. Hell yeah, Robin would be your friend too, Soren. Yeah. That's so sweet.
Okay. Okay. What is the spell of Hungar, and Hadar? And why should I order it for dinner?
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I bet it's gross. I bet it's slimy. I don't know.
I also
Hungar
don't know what it
Hadar.
is.
I think it would be a perfect dinner for an absolute beast. I don't know. Maybe I should
mean,
order
hey.
it. Maybe I should order
Yeah,
it.
maybe
See.
you should order it and find out.
Hunger of Hadar. Thank you, Leon. Appreciate it.
Okay, I have another question.
Hmm.
Which bear is best? First of all, what a ridiculous question. False. Black bear. That's debatable. There are basically two schools of thought. Fact.
What?
Bears eat beets. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
What?
From The Office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But as a genuine answer to that question, though, I really like sloth bears. Okay? They got
Great
this, like,
answer.
weird little underbite, and then they kind of look like, you know, dogs. They're pretty
Oh.
adorable.
We're missing some chat. Oh my gosh, you should have corrected Monk, not you, but whoops. Oh, it goes both ways. Maybe one day I'll break out as an artist and you'll be on the ground. What? Toxin says if you answer with polar bear, then I wish they eat you. Wow.
Oh
Ouch.
my gosh. Well, lucky for you, I answered sloth bear, so...
Okay, sun bear.
Ooh,
Okay.
sun bear.
This is the last question, I believe, and it's the best
Yes.
question.
Oh, is it?
How many toddlers could a single kobold take in a fight?
Oh.
Now, are we talking toddlers that can like run like about up to your hip, or like baby toddlers, like tiny?
I think
Like,
I could
are
even
we-
mix.
Okay, so do they still have the death grip?
Oh yeah.
And they
Toddler
can run?
death grip.
Okay, this changes a lot. I was thinking 20 to 30 if it's like toddlers that are up to your hip without the death grip. If they have the death grip, then I'm going to say 10 to 15. Okay? 10
Okay.
to 15 of those toddlers, baby things. That kobold is gone. Ripped to shreds.
Oh my
Iron
gosh.
fist ripping skin off. It will not last.
Oh.
Even if it sharpened its weapons, those children will kill it.
You know what? I don't doubt it, okay? Toddlers are kind of terrifying, okay? And if there's a group of them, like a congregation of toddlers, I mean, that's That's pretty scary.
Next episode, there's going to be a group of toddlers and someone's
Yep.
getting their face ripped off. Mark
Oh,
my
for
words.
sure.
A
All
pod
right.
of toddlers.
Toddlers. Oh yeah, pod. You know what? That's a good name for a group of toddlers.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I know, I hate to do it, but we have to start wrapping up. First of all, we wanted to take a moment to congratulate Boop the Raccoon and Mr. Mini Mopsy again on their VIP status. Welcome to the crew. And yeah, so thank you all for hanging out with Hayden and I in the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. We want to take a quick moment to recognize those who popped in chat so far today and our followers gained so far in our 9th episode of Gaming Related.
9 episodes?
Yeah,
It's been 9?
yeah.
Where have the times gone? Please forgive us if we pronounce your name wrong. We will try our best to get them right. First up, we have Goose is watching. Goose
Yeah,
is watching.
Goosel's watching. The Chronomancers, also thank you for the raid.
Thank you, thank you. Zazaro.
Get out. Get out.
Zazaro.
Okay. Double Breaker,
Boop the Raccoon.
X Nightshaded,
Mr. Mini Mopsy.
Joey Scollins. Anyway, Joey S. Collins.
And the cast and crew. Those of you returning, welcome back, and those of you new to Gaming Related, welcome! We're happy to have you all here. Before we direct your attention back to Monk and the lead cast, don't forget to check out our social media platforms on TikTok, YouTube, Discord, and Twitter for clips, announcements, and other fun content.
Yes. Thank you all for joining Hayden and I at the Fireweed Inn and Tavern for, again, our 9th intermission show. We hope to see you next Wednesday at the same time. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the second half of Gaming Related.
Related.
Yeah, no, it's totally on purpose. You know, I know how to pronounce names. I am bilingual. Thank you very much. Zazaro, that's probably my favorite. Hayden and Soren, thanks for the show. That was epic. For those of you who are tuning in, if you want to spend some channel points, which you accrue just by hanging out with us, you can use them to ask questions that we'll post up in the halftime show. And a lot of the memes that are going into our Discord do end up on the show too. And we have some kings and queens of memes that I freaking love. So thanks for interacting. That's just really cool. Okay. So you are about to you've just made the epiphany that what had happened in here was a shark bite.
Num 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 num.
A very big shark bite.
I think we've picked the right terrain to fight the shark in. 3 inches of water. Send it at us, Monk. We got this.
You got this.
Has the water been increasing?
No.
No?
Well, last time I was here was only up to my knees.
Yes.
Now it's up to my chest. Probably
got
covering
shorter.
my nipples.
Yeah. Hamish is waiting. Hamish is wading through. Oh, look at the kitty. Nobody can see it except us. It's increasing, but not by a lot. Not very quickly. Several hours.
So, what's a shark?
Like a
Oh.
fish, but bigger and angrier.
And it eats other fish.
Giggles, you're muted.
I am.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
Good job.
See, I go through all that effort not to mess up the halftime show as I have done numerous times before, and what do? I stifle my own creativity. I dull my own sparkle. That's what happens. Darn.
Let's redo the halftime show. Roll it back. Come on.
All right.
Yep, we gotta.
With teeth is the tagline. A large fish with teeth.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm thinking of like a giant trout.
You remember when we were talking about whales and how big those are? Smaller than that, but bigger than any of us.
That's actually a better way to put it. It's not a bigger, mean fish. It's a smaller, mean whale.
Yeah.
Mercy will go over to where the hole where Savvy's at and has the night vision goggles on and is looking into the dark cave.
Okay.
It looks interesting, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna come with me?
I mean, we do have to be back tomorrow, at least tonight. I don't think we should go down
I'm not saying that we
far.
go forever. I'm just saying, like, a little bit.
Why do we have to be back?
We got some
Well,
stuff to get.
obviously we have the wagon, right? But who cares if we're a little late?
That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
True. I
I'm
mean, it's
just
not
saying.
like the carriage can leave without us.
And if you look around, the water's a little bit higher than it was yesterday. It'll keep getting a little bit higher. We might not be able to do this again.
Okay, let's look around a bit.
Before we do that, this hole, and a gesture to the massive hole, is that big enough for a shark to come through?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, the sharks that I'm used to at home, they were, I mean, yay long, yay wide. Like, there's a major variance.
All right.
Hey, Hikaru, not to pause the
on, then.
game, but we're picking up a little bit of an echo coming from your headset.
Oh no!
Just a little one. You don't have to lean that far back.
No,
I think we
I'm
can just
gonna
hear
be
your
far away.
Wait, we can't see you anymore. Your head's so small. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, we good?
Yeah, continue.
Okay.
Let's see.
So I say we go.
I look
I'm
at
in.
Let's do it.
I hold up my
Back home,
bow.
we used to say, "Fuck it, we ball."
Now I understand what you mean.
So, like, for dances and galas.
I'm not really sure what it was in reference to be honest with you. It just felt like a strong, like, heck yeah. So
I like it.
So we'll go.
All right, I'm fair chuffed. Let's be on.
Okay.
So many words I do not understand. Chuffed. Ball.
you don't
Well,
understand ball?
You don't
Well,
understand
is it
chuffed.
the dance? Is it the dance? Is it the sphere? Is it a third definition of ball?
It's whatever ball is in your heart.
I don't know a
Is
lot
that-
about hearts. I'm not a heart scientist. but a ball in your heart is wrong.
Yeah, there definitely shouldn't be a ball in there. That's not healthy.
I can tell you from experience, there generally isn't.
It was wordplay. It was wordplay.
Oh,
I don't understand why we struggle with this so much as a group collectively, but it seems to be a common enough problem, and it concerns me that I seem to be the one that has to clarify this repeatedly. It's wordplay. It's always wordplay. When in doubt, it's wordplay, Robin.
okay.
I don't know. I feel like we're all on the same page, Savvy.
No, I'm Robin.
I see what you did there, and I hate it.
This,
That's my favorite joke. That is my
I hate
favorite
it.
joke.
I hate it because savvy is such a cool way to say right,
That is my
and
favorite
you
joke.
ruined it,
I'll never
and I'm
let it-
so mad about it.
And I
care how many
unironically hope you
campaigns we
never
play.
let go of it.
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't.
I don't care how many campaigns we play. I don't care if Savvy dies this session. I don't care if I play a new character who doesn't know Savvy. I am never letting that die.
Okay. Wow, that's some strong
Bold.
silvery barbs there.
wow.
Bold words. Bold
I love
words.
it.
Okay, you start to walk into the cave, and it doesn't take long before you hit a pocket where you can't touch the floor anymore, Dwarf Ranger, and it's basically too deep.
Is it too deep for Syl?
Syl would be swimming at this point, yes. Good night, Zasoro. Thank you for
Night.
tuning in, my dude.
If it's gotten to that point, if it just keeps wading deeper and there's no like walking path, Mercy is gonna stop. I don't think we should go further if it keeps going deeper.
Also, there's
Yeah,
no
but-
sign of Zephyr.
I'm not gonna go past where I can't continue walking.
I can't swim.
You too.
Well, Ham, hop on my back, bud. Let's piggyback this ride.
No, I'm quite all right.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll just wait back there on the table. I think you guys keep going. Figure it out. I want to see rather I want to hear what you find.
Would it be inappropriate to suggest an impromptu swimming lesson in this particular cavern? It's not hard.
Yes.
Like, I would be happy to show you. I think it's a joy, really.
No, Camille, I appreciate the offer, Camille, but I'm quite all right.
All right.
Yeah, you can learn how to swim in pitch black ocean water in a cave underneath the earth. Best swimming.
But still,
location.
Ideal
I hear
condition.
Mercy doesn't know how to swim, so you could teach her.
Oh, the offer was to both of you. Like, if anybody wants to.
In another situation, I would say yes. However, in a place like this, where there could be other things swimming within the depths of the water, I do not recommend it. Especially since we cannot see through the murky water.
If that's going to stop you, you're going to find a hard time finding anywhere you feel comfortable swimming. I'll say that, but I can understand.
We are in the depths of a place that is unknown to most civilizations as we know it.
Same could be said for most of the ocean.
Why you
That
don't
is
go in the
actually
ocean?
fair.
Camille, I do have a counterpoint. A nice little pond. That'd be a nice place to learn.
Oh
know-
yeah, there's nicer places for sure.
On top of that, it's very dark, so it's already hard to see, but then also having to swim. I didn't make the goggles waterproof. I don't think I should get them.
Well, I mean, if we don't feel comfortable moving forward, let's just head on back. I think we learned some real valuable info about the giant body.
Why
And that
would
spidery
we
guy.
turn back now?
I wonder if I could build something to breathe underwater.
If you don't want to turn back, you don't have to.
I don't. Why would
Hamish
we?
is laughing out. I can't go any further without drowning.
Can we build a little boat?
I don't have the supplies to build a boat.
I pull out a wheel of duct tape and I say, well, back at camp, we used to make little boats out of nothing but this stuff. And I start to make a boat.
Do you know how amazing duct tape would be in this world? It would be amazing. You'd be so rich.
It's basically just cloth and sap.
Well, fine.
That's true.
Tell you what. I'm just gonna poke my head up until I get to like the first bend. Just let me see what's over there. I can't be here and just turn back. Like, you wanted to come with me, but if you don't want to now, that's fine too. I gotta
No, as
see
in
what is
I
there.
physically can. I can't swim, so it's not physically possible unless I want to die. And I don't really want to die.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see what's ahead.
I believe in you, Savvy. You can do it.
I'll go
I'll
with
come
you.
with you.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go back. I'll go back with Hamish so that he's not left.
Okay. Hamish, you're gonna be approached by Mercy as the rest of them go underwater. Who goes first? Or
I
do
will
all
go
three
in
of
the
you go
back.
together? It's not.
Yeah,
It's big enough for a giant, so you don't have to go single file here.
the arithmetic here feels simple. Savvy going into a dark, waterlogged tunnel alone? Bad idea. Bad idea.
I disagree. Fantastic idea.
Okay.
I just need it to be known that, of course, like, she can't not do this. Like, why wouldn't she not do this?
Okay.
I'm having
So
missed
that's why Robin
flashbacks.
goes with.
Okay. Savvy, you go underwater and you start to swim, and you could see just the surface bubbles kind of running across the ceiling of this cave that has flooded. But the water is so murky, and the soot has just been spread everywhere that you can't see more than 7 or 8 inches in front of you. You swim for 5 feet before you see there's a pocket of air as the tunnel starts to go upwards. It's merely 5 feet of holding your breath to get to the other side. It starts to slope up, and essentially the tunnel continues further ahead with open air.
Savian, seeing that, is going to go actually back and burst, and she's going to come poke her head up above the water. It's just a few feet. Like, little, not much further than Hamish is tall. Just got to hold your breath for a second. Okay. she goes back.
Was she saying that to Mercy, and
Yes, she was calling
Hamish.
that back to the group.
Gotcha.
could we hear that?
I
Yeah.
don't think you could swim faster than her, the pirate that was on the sea a lot.
Yeah, so she came back up on your side of the tunnel where you came down from and yelled it up the tunnel. You all hear it from outside.
I still can't swim. I don't understand why you don't comprehend that.
I think you can do it. Why don't you go try? I'll wait here.
No.
Alright. I don't mind you staying with me. So
And
that's...
I know my limits, and I've tried swimming before, and it's hard. I sink like a log.
Oh, on the
I
other
think we're
side.
good. We're good.
What do we see on the other side?
Oh, the other side.
Okay.
Savvy's been back under for so long at that point.
She's like, no, okay, I'm going back.
Later.
Savvy, Robin, and Camille, as you come up on the other side, you see that the tunnel does kind of go up a little bit and into the darkness. You see that there are glowing mushrooms, and you see that there is fluorescent liquid on the floor in spatters. And you can tell it's because something big has moved through this tunnel and has essentially scraped the mushroom off of the walls. Essentially traces of Zepfyr's tracks.
Well, we know he got this far at least. So I guess it wasn't a total waste of time. And lives. And energy.
It's nice to
Yeah.
hope.
That'd be real disappointing if we came up on the other side of this and we found Zephyr dead.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
What would
be,
Tyler, Kyler, and Liler have died for?
Damn it! That's not all their names.
Skylar, Filer, and Kaliler would have just been devastated if they were alive still.
Naming conventions in Bear Spire still elude me. They somehow seem samey and boring.
The crazy thing? Not related. Not even close.
I think it'd be weirder if they were.
Well, two of them were.
Okay, so is this like still a continuing tunnel or is it a chamber then?
It's a continuing tunnel.
How wide, how tall, how deep is the water?
Once you get out of the other side, there is no more water. It's just muddy stone. And you could tell that this is earthen stone. This is not the catacombs you just came from. And this is more symmetrical for the giants. But yeah, you could walk on your 2 feet.
There's a part of me that wants to just take a rope and drag the other two with us. Tell them to hold their breath and just pull them. No?
I mean, whatever their comfort with that. I am the farther we go, the more remiss I am to leave them behind.
Yeah. I mean, we already know there's dangerous stuff down here, and it'd be nice to have backup, but I don't think it's the right idea to force them through. If they're up for a rope and being dragged, let's do it.
Fine. We can leave.
Well, let's do this. Let's say we found some really cool stuff, and then we'll leave. That way they felt like they...
No, this works for me. I've been looking for more reasons to hold things against Hamish. So we're good.
Well, Hamish is trying his darndest. That doesn't
He
excuse-
isn't, though. That is the point. That is exactly the point here. But who knows? I imagine that if he tries really hard, he can find some magic that lets him breathe water, which he's totally comfortable with, right?
Well,
I mean, that's what happened last time. There was a pit, and all of a sudden he could jump a pit. Better than anyone. All of a sudden there's water, he can breathe water. That's probably what's going to happen, I bet. But it's going to take us being outside of the cave for that to happen, I see. So it won't happen until we find ourselves at a river. I understand. When he wants to, I see.
I will.
No. Let's leave. I understand.
Well, I just want to throw this out here, Savvy. I had a nice chat with Ham, and Ham did say that he said the words in the wrong way that he meant them. And he did seem remorseful, and I think he is trying to make up for hurting you. And you as well, Cam.
Oh, he is not making up for anything yet, but he will. I'll see to that.
Kind of undercuts the whole apology and remorse thing if there's threats involved.
He has not apologized. If you have been keeping track, I sure have. So, we return? Yes? Good.
Yeah.
All right.
I hang back and I look at Cam. What were you gonna say, pal?
I was just gonna say that maybe Ham's cat can swim, and that then
Oh,
maybe
is
Ham
that the
will-
fireflies? Can it breathe because of fireflies? Is that what it can do? Camille, are you familiar with this breed of cat as well? Do the fireflies allow it to breathe water too? Just like it allow it to glow? I haven't forgotten.
Savvy,
Ham's
I
gonna swim
understand.
back.
Savvy, I understand you're upset with Ham, but I don't know why you're attacking us. We had your back. We swam with you.
That is a fair point. I suppose I could say that I'm just disappointed right now. That's fine. We have a cart to catch. On a road. How fun.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. I've been on the road my entire life. You get all sorts of stories. There was this one time
That you do.
introduced-
That you do.
Hey guys, so we've decided we're just gonna take our leave. So don't worry about swimming. We're just gonna.
We can hear everything you're saying. The entire cave echoes.
How would you? But I thought it was you had to
Oh,
swim
I thought
under.
they swim
Yeah,
to
they're on the other side of the water.
Oh,
Oh,
dang
okay.
it.
Yeah.
I came back after
Yeah.
Savvy.
Yeah.
Savvy.
Camille comes up and his hair just dripping off the back of his shoulders comes up on the other side.
Does the hair toss?
It does.
It looks so good.
Yes. Oh
We're all
my
joking.
gosh, look at that.
God.
He's got bangs.
Yeah, so we're gonna just leave it.
We sure are.
I look
they're
at
here.
Savvy and I give the little elbow and I go, that was some cool artifacts we found on the other side. Man, some stonework. And there was science glasses and measurements over there as well. You guys sure missed out. And I wink at both of them.
I'm happy for you.
Oh, guys, our ruse. It's not working. He didn't buy it.
I don't buy it. I can't see why they would.
Oh, I'm just trying to bring a little levity down in this dark, grim situation. I'm not, to be clear, I'm not talking about the tunnel. I'm talking about this. And he points at Savvy and Ham. Well, let's go, buds. And I walk past him.
Yes. Let's go.
And we head up out of the tunnel, and nothing bad happens.
Hey, Hamish,
Unless.
it looks like you want to say something, and I'm waiting for you to say something before I continue.
I'm debating on whether now or later,
Okay.
and I'm having a really hard time with that.
Okay. Hamish is just standing there, like, just completely speechless. And You see they come out completely drenched, and as they're walking out, Camille goes back to the death room. And yeah, you're back in the room with the dead giant. What are you guys doing now that everyone's safe?
I don't think that's the death room that he's thinking of.
I think he's thinking of the one where all the skeletons were climbing out the wall.
Oh, that death room.
I thought we were talking about the other death room.
How many death rooms are in here?
How many
that's-
death rooms?
I'm sure we
What's
haven't
the death
found them all
room?
yet. I meant the room that you quite literally said feels like death. The one with the bones that crumble
Oh,
that
yeah.
next to the
yeah.
to the ballroom. The ball
Okay,
pit.
you go to the ballroom. Okay. Yeah, all the dust has settled from the bones that are no longer there. Just being in the presence of that area was enough to kind of stir. So, yeah. And the rest of you?
Heading back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Savvy would follow Camille back to that place.
Okay. So, going back to this death room, what are you doing over here?
Camille just goes. He thinks that he's walking away, and the others are still going to be a minute. So he walks in and just goes straight to this corner and just kind of leans against the wall, kind of looking down. Because I recall you saying the last time we came through that Camille now that he felt a comfort from this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, coming back into this room, the comfort that you're feeling is that this room itself, for some reason, there's just so many bones thrown in this area, almost desecrated. And your presence being here, what really made you feel comfortable was you felt like you were communicating with them somehow. Like your presence here was noticed by the dead. And considering what has happened over the last couple days to Camille now finds a level of solace here too. And the rest of you?
Mercy's staying quiet and is heading out of the room.
Okay. So you all make your way out of the cave. And this cave...
When we get to the mushrooms, she grabs more mushrooms.
Okay, noted. So you grab more mushrooms.
Yeah,
and
she puts them in little vials. She also tries to get some of the mist. So she uses a cloth and is like just hanging it there and is like trying to like get the moisture to gather on the cloth before putting it into a vial.
Okay. The mist, not so much. It is at some point magical in nature, and it doesn't. It goes through the cloth the same way that you see the little fairy lights going through the rocks and coming back out of them. There's nothing to grab. It's just something that your eyes see, but they don't have. There's nothing physical about them.
Hmm. Back later.
Okay, you guys are at the mouth of the cave. Do you climb
Watch out for rats. I draw my crossbow. I'm ready.
Okay, you guys weren't down here for very long. I imagine probably an hour at most, maybe 2 hours. And oh yeah, Camille is still in the death room. Okay. Well, we're still here with you, except not everyone. What are you doing in here?
Nothing. I didn't necessarily mean to draw attention to him in this moment, but just to say that he is not actively there where you're describing. He's just he finds solace in this room, and that's what he's going to look for a moment. I think he's just looking to breathe.
Okay. Breathe you do, as this room is it's beautifully carved on the stones. You see the painting on the wall of the constellation, and it's on a blue background with very bright silver star constellations. And just knowing that you freed the Elodao family, you gave them rest and peace the way that your goddess told you to. You can't help but feel like the Elodile family is also in here. This was their essentially their home. How long do you hang out?
Maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Okay. And the rest of you seeing that he's not walking out, he's actually taking his time in here. Do you guys leave him behind?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If an opportunity presents itself in the cave, like if we're just hanging out, there's time to talk to Savvy, I'd like to, where there's not the rest of the party around. Otherwise, I'll try to talk to her in the forest on the way out.
It's awkwardly quiet in here. You'll have time to pull anyone aside that you want to. You all know this cave so well, and you've cleared it several times, so yeah, it's not hard for you to, on your trek back to the surface, to pull Savvy aside, or at least get her attention.
Yeah, my thought was actually that Savvy wouldn't leave the entirety of the cave. She'd still stay in that central chamber with the mushrooms until Camille reappears.
Okay.
He's probably fine. He's probably not dead. He's probably not being feasted upon by corpse spiders that wear the skeletons of men as decoration, but, you know, just in case.
Well, if the opportunity presents itself, that's what I'd like to do. But if not, then, yep.
It does.
All right.
And we all want to see it.
Hey, Savvy. Do you have a second?
I have many seconds. Because we came here for no reason.
Well, sorry about that. I just get a little nervous with water like that, you see. Just didn't really grow up around it.
I understand as she doesn't understand. I understand. But it was a few feet before your feet would have found ground once more, Hamish. And, in truth, it seems that you have a knack for solving problems of this nature. So, couldn't you just figure out how to swim all of a sudden?
I can't put my head underwater.
And you couldn't jump across a pit either. But somehow you managed that, didn't you, Hamish?
Oh, it's a little different.
It's not, because it is magic. Do you not understand that, Hamish?
No.
What? How do you think that you managed to jump across a pit? What? It has to be 5 times the size of you. How do you think you have a cat larger than any cat I've ever seen. Do you think that I believe for a moment that that is fireflies? No.
Well, to be fair, I don't know actually about Syl, where she came from, but she just kind of appeared in the forest one day, the other day actually. As for the jumping, as for the jumping, it was just a technique that.
A technique. Can you show it to me? Can I
suppose
learn how
can.
to jump myself 20 feet? Right now?
I don't know.
How do I crouch? Show me how I must poise myself to bound at the leaps that you do. Is it different because I'm an elf? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm longer, taller, but I'm not as, again, powerful. Perhaps that's it. Because I've met many a dwarf that can leap and bound 5 times their own size. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is indeed just your own intuition that allows you to find and forage a berry powerful enough to make one feel as though they need not eat for the day. And when they eat 2, they feel sick to their stomach as Robin did.
It's just a raspberry with a little sprig of mistletoe. Something my mum used to tell me to do.
Do you not see it? Do you
See
really
what?
not see it, Hamish?
See what? I don't understand.
Why do you think that there is a difference between you and I? Why do you think that there is something wrong with me that should be shunned?
No, I don't think there's something wrong with. I was telling. Like I said before, I don't think there's anything wrong.
You need time to consider. You need time to think, to process. These are the words that you chose, not me. So help me understand, Hamish. What was it about me that you feel so uncomfortable with that you do not see in yourself? Because it seems pretty damn similar to me, if I'm honest.
I just don't understand what you mean. I've never used magic.
Hamish, have you ever met another dwarf that can jump 15, 20 feet with technique? You haven't because it doesn't exist. Have you ever met another dwarf, or elf, or human for that matter, that could sprinkle herbs on a berry and sustain themselves the entire day with that? No, because it doesn't exist. You call upon something bigger than yourself, and that you choose not to see it is not my problem. But that you see you and I as fundamentally different is something that does a disservice not just to you, but to me as well. I am tired of you continuing to see me as something other, something that needs to be shunned, or that you must be wary of, while you yourself call upon powers beyond your comprehension. Are you really that blind?
Mercy,
Mm-hmm.
you've gathered your mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
You're underneath a very big one,
Mm-hmm.
and you're hearing this conversation.
I'm trying to figure out how I can leave without them realizing that I'm there.
You can try to make a stealth check. There will be some passive perception.
You were there. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, she's there. You'll see her at the top of the map, just hanging out underneath a mushroom.
Wait, does that mean Robin's there?
I mean, I left with you guys.
Well, I know.
I'm just I'm just whistling over in the corner,
Well,
like
I will say
scratching at
this
the wall.
because Hamish specifically asked that he would want to be alone with Savvy, so I don't want to break that third wall. So maybe I take it back. Sorry, because I know this is a very personal conversation.
Sure.
Continue. Sorry.
Don't know what's happening to me.
And you think that I did?
Don't know. I thought it was just a technique that my friend taught me. I didn't know.
Why do you think that this is something wrong with you? Why is there fear in your voice right now, Hamish? Do you not understand the wondrous nature of what we have been discussing? That you, a dwarf, can bound over lengths of great distance. That you have the power to feed a person with nothing but a single berry. Why do you think that that is something wrong with you? Hamish, there isn't. I won't speak to the means through which you do so. I don't know what they are. But what I ask for and what I demand is that you understand that I do not mean to harm you. I am not something to be feared. I have never done anything to jeopardize you or anyone else that travels with us. I have only ever meant to help. That is not something that needs to be scorned or viewed with reservation. That is not something that is beneath you, just as you are not something beneath the others. What you can do does not make you less than. It makes you special. It makes you, Hamish, a hero. The stuff that you've always read of. Do you not understand that?
I never doubted you, Savvy. I never thought you meant to hurt me.
It's one thing for you to fear me, and another to think that I mean you ill will.
Never thought that.
Look in your eyes said otherwise. I have never felt so much like an other than when I saw how you felt. And the look at your face when we were in that crypt. I don't care if you meant it. I could see what you were thinking, and I could see how you felt.
I think I understand how you felt. Now at least.
Hamish, you are not less than because of what you can do. Neither are you more than. You just are. And that is okay. You can be as you are. Just as I am as I am.
Just thought I was doing special techniques. Thought it was a cat that showed up.
It's not
I
about
didn't think I was special. I don't
Hamish.
think I'm a hero.
Why? Why would you think a creature such as that would bond with a nobody?
Why would it bond with a nobody? I'm gonna climb the rope. I can't hear you, Monk.
That's because I'm muted. Zebti, thank you for the sub. That was amazing of you. And I don't want to interrupt what's happening right now because it's awesome. So you climb up out, and as you climb up out, it's hot out here. You're in the woods, and these woods, they're congested. There is an opening because all the trees that kind of have fallen into this world from below, and even out here you can see the glow from down there. But it's midday. It's lunchtime. And you imagine that the everlasting soup from the special bear is probably sounding good right now. But out there you are. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I don't know anymore because I was gathering mushrooms, but now I'm not gathering mushrooms, so I don't know where I am.
Okay.
I pat my belly. It grumbles on cue. I think it's time for some grub.
I really want Savvy to look to either one of them or both of them and just be like, we knew it wasn't fireflies, right? We all understood that.
Sorry, just caught me.
I look very panicked to Hamish and I go, what? Oh.
Natural, thanks for the sub. Holy cow.
Man, this is awesome.
That is amazing. So they're talking down below, and you come out and you're in the woods, and you can look down and see this amazing fungal other world. As you can hear mumbling, you can't really hear what they're saying. It's like a good 30 or 40 foot climb that got you out of here. But the rest of you are talking. Camille, have you made your way to the group? Or are you still taking a minute?
I think he's still taking a minute.
Okay.
Camille's dead, as I do a head count.
You all will realize that Camille has been gone for at least 20 minutes. Mercy, you're going to gather...
trying to catch one of the fireflies.
Okay, you'll catch one. And as you go to open your hands, it's gone. Yeah, they're as magical as that cat.
How did we get the cat down here? How did we get the cat back out of here? Is the cat just jumping?
The cat climbed.
The cat's doing the 6 snow leopard wall jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Okay. Anything else you
it'll
guys
do
are
well.
talking about down here?
No, I really do think that Savvy would wait for Camille to make an appearance once more before ascending, but No, I think she's gonna be left with her thoughts for a little bit.
Okay. Do you chill with your thoughts down there, or do you come up to the surface?
No, it would be down there for sure,
Okay.
because again, Camille is still down there, so.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the bits.
Mercy would go after a little bit, noticing no one's going up with Hamish. Be like, maybe I'll go. So she'll go make sure he's okay.
Okay. Mercy will climb out, and Hamish, you'll see her as she kind of gets to the top. You see the hand kind of reach up as she is now on the surface with you.
Hamish is just kind of like sitting underneath a tree, looking into the middle distance for a little bit.
Will gingerly approach, seeing that you look upset. I'm not sure what's going on between you and Savvy. It's not my business. It's not my place. Can I borrow your crossbow later tonight? Like I'm borrowing Hamish's, Camille's armor.
Don't have a crossbow, but I have a longbow. You're welcome to take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it. Wait, before you do, what are you gonna do to it?
Oh, I want to help make it a little bit easier, to balance, straighter shot, nothing major, just make sure that everything is fine-tuned and able to, hit its mark a lot easier.
Yeah, that's fine. Just be careful with it. I made it myself. Yeah.
Oh. You did a very good job.
As the two of you are out here, you'll see Syl, Hamish's cat, is going to jump up and out of the cave as everyone else is still down there. And it is going to come and it's going to brush up against you, Hamish. And almost as if it knows that you're upset, it just kind of purrs this deep, deep purr that kind of shakes your entire hip. And then it'll dart off into the woods. And Mercy, you don't need an insight check to see that Hamish is upset.
Do you want to be alone right now, or would you like to talk, or just would like silent company?
I pat the grass next to me.
She'll sit down.
Your cat is having a very good time running around.
Perfect.
Just bounce.
Zoomies!
And pass.
That's exactly what it is.
Goofed up tail and everything.
Love it. Is it just me and Mercy up there?
So far, yeah.
Okay. You know, just learned something about myself.
Good learn or bad learn?
Good. Mostly. It's all good for us. I just don't know what it's gonna be like to go back home.
How does the knowledge that you learned change about you going back home?
Just does. So I learned I could do magic. And that night.
Oh, you didn't know?
No. What do you mean I didn't know? Are you telling me you knew? Am I the only one that didn't know?
Hamish, the cat that you are walking around with
Yeah, it eats fireflies.
is bioluminescent. That is not a natural thing that you see in the wild.
Hey,
I'm
is
told
that
that
actually is that actually true? Like in D&D world, is that not a thing?
Is what not a thing?
Bioluminescent animals?
This
In
is
the
Bioluminescent
Listen,
cats?
It
I-
has
Hey,
to
man,
be
I
to
don't know.
some regard.
Look,
Bioluminescence happens.
I didn't. When you
At this
let
point, I'm
me
just curious.
when you let me pick your pet, and I could have gone with wolf or gorilla or ostrich or emu or you know,
You
That's
didn't
not bad,
go with
yeah.
ostrich?
I should have.
Why
but I
not an
didn't.
emu?
No, not an emu.
About emu.
I went
Personally, I
with
love
a
a big
cat
cat.
from this other world.
Perfect.
And it is bioluminescent. Think predator, like fantasy predator,
Alright.
sorry. Like jumping around in the sun, you
Just like-
see it goes bright, and in the woods it goes super dark, and its hair is transparent like a polar bear at times. Like, yeah.
All right, knowing now about the magic thing and watching this happen, and at this point it now seems blatantly obvious.
No,
From-
no, it
from the-
wasn't. Not to you.
From the tunnel, you hear Robin talking to Savvy. So you broke the news to Ham about him knowing magic, did you?
Yeah, what's
Oh,
going
such an
on?
idiot.
What's going on down there?
No, I want to hear what's going on up top first.
Okay, what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on up here? We'll switch back to the other map. Sorry.
Well, when you say it like that,
You also jumped a giant boulder.
again, well, not again. That was just something that it's something that I learned while I was trying to learn how to, be what I am, be an adventurer, be a ranger. I thought there was some way to connect yourself to the land and to make yourself lighter. In the same way I connect myself to my bow to help me do a little better with my shots, right? I didn't think I was doing anything special.
Look at it from my perspective. I use science to do certain things. So the things that you do are very extraordinary, like very similar to how incredibly extraordinary Savvy's abilities are. To be able to teleport from one place to another is so interesting. I mean, everything that all of you guys do is interesting. Robin throws sand at things and they fall asleep. It's very interesting. And the whole the whole dead alive things with Camille, and then him thinking that he can't die. That's a little concerning. But
Well, that part I don't know if that's magic or if that's just belief. Yeah.
The long shots, D&D. Welcome and thank you for the raid. Welcome 9 of you. That's so awesome. And thanks for the follow.
Thank you. I just
We're all different and we've learned things differently. So I understand where to you, what you don't perceive as magic, to us and to others can be perceived as magic. And vice versa, very similar to how Naleli accused me of having magic, but I don't have magic, I use science because... and chemistry, and math, and logic. And some people don't have the intelligence to go to think that far ahead. So of course, their first logical way of thinking is to throw it off as magic. It's not.
Do you see the way the lily treated us?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I'm going to have a family to go back to.
I understand that.
I think I was scared to believe it was magic because of what it meant.
Or is your family very much against magic?
I think at this point they're just against Hamish.
Well, fuck 'em.
Holy
Thanks, Mercy.
You're welcome. You're one of the nicest people that I know. If they're gonna be like that, then they don't deserve to be in your life.
Really appreciate that. Just feel bad I haven't made Savvy or anyone else feel like this.
But the important thing is that you can learn from it. Nothing's just people make mistakes. I've made mistakes. It's learning that those mistakes that you've learned for those mistakes and grow as a person in the future.
So you're all talking up here and having this heart to heart. Downstairs, down in the hole, you gather all, well, you've already gathered out, but it's Robin and Savvy, as Camille is eventually going to make his way back, but he's not quite back yet. Is there anything you guys are doing down there?
He just has to know it's not fireflies. Like, I understand what Camille was trying to do, but you didn't believe that, right?
Oh, I use magic all the time. I just lie to people that I don't.
I understand that. You had the vision of a tumbling acrobat follow us down the tunnel in the cave. Do people think that that's natural and normal? That it's in their imagination?
I think that people believe what they want to believe. And occasionally, and I think this is true in Ham's specific experience. Sometimes they believe what they need to believe. And I think for that short window of time, he had to believe that.
I can see that. I can. I think he could have been perhaps a little more patient, a little more understanding of those around him. But I guess now he knows. And he can make his peace.
Just to throw this out there, I think that advice also applies to you, Miss Savvy.
Robin, I know who I am. I have known that for quite some time. That you do not know who I am. That Hamish does not know who I am. Mercy and Camille do not know who I am. Is not a byproduct of shame. It is consideration. It is because I have been known. And I do not know if you would like to be known with me. But I know who I am. It's never been a question.
Well, yeah. I like to think I know myself pretty well. But in me knowing who I is, and you knowing who you are, I think it would be presumptuous to assume that others also know who they be. So, give them a little time, and I think they'll come around. I think we saw that today with Ham, right? I just think that you coming down so hard on Ham isn't going to help him be who he's going to be faster.
Do you think, Robin, that I do that to teach him? Or as a service to him? Because let me dispel that notion. No, I do that because I'm angry at him. Because he treated me as something less than. Because he made me feel as though I was an aberration. No. It is not out of goodwill in nature. It's not out of benevolence that I responded this night. Though I will take your point, is that of the righteous concern? No, of course not. I am not accustomed to others having concern for who I am, or treating me as though I am an equal among them. And so if they do not, I will make them feel what I feel.
You'll become the other that they perceive you as.
I guess that's a way to put it, yeah.
Huh. It's one way to handle it. And I don't think you did anything wrong. I think we ended in a good place.
I take your point, Robin.
And with that, we're going to wrap.
Can I, if I may, just because I want to touch on Camille leaving, because I just feel it would be better said at the end here than at the beginning of the next game.
Very good.
I just want to, when it hits that 30-minute mark, he's going to pack up his things. As I imagine a few minutes after the others left, he began painting in that room.
Oh.
And at the end of time, when he feels content with what he's made, he'll put it away. And as he reaches the doorway to the cavern beyond, he will summon that scythe out of shadow again. And he'll just kind of lean it against the wall inside of this room right next to the door. Yeah, I don't know if you made the right choice either. If you take it back, I won't blame you. And he'll leave it there and he'll walk up and out.
Camille, you're not dead. We could have sworn you were dead.
You're
We
leaving.
could have.
You're leaving the scythe behind.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There will be no response from any particular otherworldly or godly creature or being, but you will find yourself walking the halls of this cave that for the last week has been your stomping grounds. You've learned so much about yourself in this place. I think a lot of us have. And we've come out different. We've come out changed from the experience. We'll start the session with you regrouping with Robin and Savvy next week. Take a bow, everybody. Fantastic session. Well done all around. And
I was not expecting another heavy one so soon
Sorry.
after. No, I love it.
Sorry.
No, it was amazing, and all of the map I rendered beyond the 5 feet of water you had to hold your breath through, we'll just scrap it. You know, it happens. It's D&D.
I wanted to see it so badly.
I wanted you to see it so badly.
It's fine. It's character development. We learned that Toxin's character, Hamish, doesn't like to get his hair wet. Doesn't like to go underwater. He's afraid.
It's Red Dead Redemption 1, where if the water touches the hat, instantly dies.
No, I thought it was really good character development is what this session was. So bravo all around. For those of you who are tuning in, a million thanks for joining us tonight. And
It's so many new people. Welcome,
New folks.
Welcome.
Hi, hello.
yeah,
You're
hello.
lovely.
Long Shots D&D, thank you so much for the raid and all the other raiders and followers and subscribers, and it was so awesome. Let me switch over to the Fire, Weed, and Tavern in 3, 2, 1. Hey, you
Presto.
two.
Hello.
You guys did so good tonight. So
Hey.
well. Thank you. We all love you. Anything you guys want to say before we cut to credits?
I just want to say I appreciate everybody who's a part of this channel and everybody who is just coming in and flooding in and watching things and just participating. It's beautiful to see, and we love you all so much.
Amen.
I love you all. There we go.
Cool. All right. Well, then let's say bye to the rest of our cast, and then we're gonna be rating one of our friends. And for those of you who are comfortable with it, we have a Discord channel. You'll find it in the About page. You're welcome to join. And we like to hang out there for about 30 minutes. Cast, crew, fans, and friends alike to come hang out and chat. You are more than welcome if you're comfortable to either come listen, come use your voice, or chat with us. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Guys, girls, anything else we want to say? We've said enough.
Good night, and I love you.
Oh,
Good night. We love you
That
all.
was so wholesome.
Right.
Yeah, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything you do. Sincerely, it's such a cool thing to be able to be a part of this community and this group, and I sincerely hope that even just a figment glimpse of the kind of joy that we feel in doing this is transferred to you, because I wish for all what I myself feel and have experienced as being part of a group like this. It's incredible. And if we can help you find the same, I will find myself supremely satisfied.
Robin, do you have anything to say?
I'd like to say that I'm not